I'm a guy from Project Mirai.
Oh my god.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Hello and welcome to Racing Vtuber Rundown, your weekly podcast for all things Racing Vtuber news and events. I'm Kaito NASA, as always, and we've got a returning guest, but this time solo.
Yo.
Jordan, what's up, man?
I'm alright. How was you?
Tired.
Fair enough.
Watkins Glen does that, I think, after...
How was the race? I haven't really got to see any of it. All I saw is things in VC after.
I qualified P2 in class. I spun in lap 4, and then I had probably the best overtake of my life happen so far in I think it was like lap 10 or 11 against Okami.
Oh, there you go. Huh?
Yeah.
So, sorry if I seem nervous. I want to say to the listeners, sorry if I seem nervous. I'm not used to talking about myself. Like I've just said to Kaito before we started recording.
It's all good. It's all good, man. But what have you been up to since the last?
That is a good question. I've got my license.
Hey, yo.
I've just been, I got my license. I got a car, and I've just been driving pretty much. I go back into streaming yesterday, but apart from that, I haven't really done much sim racing, I guess.
What car is it?
I got a Volkswagen Up.
Okay, all right.
It's a small little 1-liter manual, but it's fun. It's fun to drive because it feels so low and so light to the ground. It's a glorified race car disguised as a city car.
I was about to ask, I was like going to ask, because I know in like Europe and stuff that you've got like your separate test for automatic or manual. So because you said it was a manual, I was like, okay, I know which test that Jordan took now.
I took the full test, yeah.
I think
it's funny because if you do a manual test here, you get both. And plus, like the majority of cars are like small cars here are manual. So like I kind of needed a manual license if I wanted to get like a decent small size car, you know, for my first car.
I tell everyone it's so weird because in America you don't have that, you know. It's literally like I think I told the X-Ring peeps a couple weeks ago. I was like, yeah, so in America you can take the test in an automatic car, go to the dealership, buy a manual, and like have no idea how to drive it. But if you have the money, you can just buy the manual and drive it.
It's strange, you know. At least here it makes sense. Like if you learn how to drive a manual car, then you know, it's you drive an automatic in your test, you should only have an automatic license. If you know how to drive manual, then you probably know how to drive both.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I think it's just like the whole like, you know, America freedom thing of like, oh yeah, I have the money to do it. Even if, you know, I didn't take my test in it, I have the money to do it.
To be fair, I get why a lot of Americans do just an automatic test though. You can mistake me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure a lot of road cars that are sold nowadays are just automatics.
Yes, actually, you're like nail on the head there, or head on the nail. I don't know how that expression goes.
Hit the nail on the head, I think is what you mean.
Yes. Sometimes I'm just bad with words, man. How am I hosting a podcast and I'm horrible with like phrases and sentence structure?
Who knows? I'm pretty sure you have other redeeming factors though.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll let you know when I find them.
Oh, I don't think you have to look that far to find them.
What have you been doing? Like, have you started getting back into? Because I know you were taking a bit of a break. What sims have you started to like get back into? I know you did the Silverstone race.
Yes, V-Track.
There's like 3 different like British tracks, and I'm trying to remember which ones we've been to.
I swear I won't be judgmental. It's totally not, because they're all home tracks of sorts for me.
I know, because
oh, go on.
I was gonna say because I had to like think because TGT was at Alton Park, and I was like, wait, no, V-Track hasn't gone there yet.
Yeah, you won't catch me racing Alton Park. If I don't have to race it, then I won't race it. That'll happily be my drop round.
Is it the hairpin? Is that the big trouble spot?
It's just too small. Like driving GT3 cars there is just terrifying. Even GT4 to extent, a bit overkill. You know, it's such a small track, but you're bringing pretty fast cars there. You know,
if you bring the Mustang, you're bringing a wide one too.
Oh, yeah, you're bringing fucking a wall. You know. Oh, I apologize for swearing. I don't remember. Can you swear on these or no?
I'm fine with it. If anything, if YouTube gives us the bonk, we'll just censor it. I don't care.
We'll just use the excuse of I'm British. That's how we speak here. But yeah, the Mustang, that's a huge car. That's a car I can't drive for the life of me. And Edison.
I know you said when you were on with Mirai, like, because I had asked if y'all had done a Mustang race, and you had quickly jumped like, no, you'll never catch me doing that again.
Oh, okay. So basically, that race, it was a 3-hour race at Fuji. So it was me, Cobb90, who's an ex-member of Mirai. You might know him.
Yep.
And Akito. So you definitely know who he is. He was on the podcast with me, or... But yeah, we basically, you know, in RSing you get like ink counters, like before you get a disqualification in some races.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was giving 2 inks before disqualification before I jumped in the car for the last hour. The car, I'm not even joking. I do my art lap, I'm fine. But my actual first flying lap, the long right-hander, I think it's the start of sector 2, the rear end just snaps for no reason. It just snaps. Well, even me try to be careful, it just snaps, instant 2x done.
Oh no.
Race over.
That was...
I barely did any driving, so I didn't really lose anything, but... You know, it's kind of sad, you know?
That was me with my first endurance race. I was doing a 3 hours of spa with Zool. And oh god, I was the worst out of the two of us because it was like incident point on top of incident point. And then it was like I had like one incident point and it was like 15 minutes till the end of the race. Or no, it was like 30 minutes till the end of the race. And I accidentally missed my braking point not by that much. And I just barely get an off track. Instant DQ.
Yeah, it's rough while racing, you know. My first endurance race, it was a bit more how should I put it? It's a bit more relaxed. Yes, I think we'll use the term relaxed. I definitely say our both endurance races, our first endurance races were a bit different kettles of fish, you could say.
I did I think it was like 2 weeks ago. No, it was last week. Last week I did an enduro with Zool and Kohai, and we did the 6 hours of spa. And I was like, okay, how many until we get disqualified? It's like, oh, there's no limit. I'm like, what? There's no limit. Okay, cool. I can take it easy now. Not have to worry so much and just focus on like figuring out how to enduro race.
It's, to be fair, yeah, if you just clock laps, you'll get experience, get used to the car, you get used to just how to drive an endurance race. It's different to a sprint race.
You
can drive a sprint race like an enduro, but you can't really drive an enduro like a sprint race, you know?
You know what the worst part of it was though? I had to drive TGT the next day. Or not the next day, but like 3 hours
after it?
Yeah. Well, I only did like a 1 hour stint because the guys were like, okay, you have the least experience out of all of us. We just want you to clock some laps, get some experience in. So we're not going to be evil and make you do a double. You're just going to do the one stint and then we'll pull you out. So that way you have the minimum drive time. It's like, yeah, basically I was you know how in like WEC or in WEC they have like the bronze driver and they have to like have a minimum drive time.
Yeah.
And most teams will only do the minimum drive time. That was me.
Just making appearances.
Yeah. But I had the cleanest stint out of all three of us.
Oh, there you go. Might be the shortest, but it was the cleanest. So
it was the shortest, but it was the cleanest. So I'll take that. And then it was like, because my stint ended, I got in the car 6 my time, 7 my time, and TGT starts at 11:30 my time. So 4.5 hours. I had 4.5 hours to get ready for TGT 3.
Was that Alton Park?
No, it was Suzuka.
Oh, okay. So that's not as bad.
Yeah, if it was Alton, I would have been like, nah.
Yeah, you'd been thrown right in the deep end from such a big, enormous purpose racetrack to a small, tight track, you know?
Oh my gosh, the practice that week was insane because it was literally like the first half of the week was TGT practice, and then like this like Thursday and Friday it was all just grinding for the safety rating to compete because I still have like a C class license in sports car on iRacing, and I was like, oh crap, I don't have a B class license because endurance series is a B class. And then I hit 4.0. I'm like, why am I not getting the B class? And I forgot about the minimum participation. But
you got there.
But 4.0 or higher safety rating, I can compete in B class license events, so it's all good.
Oh, there you go. It's even if you get higher than 4.0, I'm pretty sure it's instant promotion. You have all the other requirements.
No, I still need to do like 2 official like minimum race participation races, and then it's instant promotion because I'm at a 4.35.
Just drive clean, you'll be good.
Yeah,
if you drive at the back of the grids, just start from pit lane, just let everyone wreck themselves, just drive clean, don't push too hard, easy. 2 races done.
2 races done, yeah. The problem is I got to do it in like C-class events that'll count because I was doing all of my races in the rookie series, and apparently those don't count.
Try to think, what is C-class in sports cars?
It's
been so long since I've done C-class racing, you know?
LMP3.
Oh no.
I think there's a few GT events. I can do the B-class stuff now because of that higher than 4.0. So I can still
probably do stuff like that.
Yeah, so I can do like the Cospit endurance series if I have the stuff. Like if I have the track, because the only reason I race ball is because I already own the track.
I think, what is C-class? There's I'm on iRacing and now I can look.
Yeah, but, I'm trying to remember, and I'm like,
you could do IMSA Vintage.
Yeah, I don't own any of the content for IMSA Vintage though.
Yeah, it's maybe not IMSA Vintage though.
If I had it, I would though. Like no questions asked.
You can do the Ringmeister Richter series, which apparently is using rallycross cars.
Rallycross cars on the Nordschleife?
Oh, that's the worst part. Is you're just gonna be rev banging.
Oh my god.
I mean, you can do V8 supercars or the advanced MX5 series, but no one drives the MX5 series in supercars like one slot official.
I think I was going to do the advanced MX5 because it was at Daytona, but it was the NASCAR, like the NASCAR chicane, which is the dumb. Can I just say this real quick? NASCAR, the road layout for Daytona is fine enough. You don't need to add some arbitrary chicane before the start finish line. It's stupid.
You know why they do that though?
No, why?
Well, when they ran that layouts from the bricks, because I think they were using still old-fashioned bricks. That's why they couldn't sell the cars enough in time. That's alright. Even if you try like the normal road layout in those cars, even the next gens, just you're gonna shoot off. You have to brake really early.
Oh, for the turn one?
Yes, that's why that chicane's there.
Oh, okay. Now that makes a little more sense. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I hate that chicane still, though.
I mean, there's a reason that no series goes with that officially.
I think the only one that does is NASCAR.
No, I don't even NASCAR runs that anymore. It's just that one-time thing.
Yeah, they literally did it for like last season, and then they were like, "This is stupid. We're not doing this anymore."
Did you ever see? I think it was for COVID though. To be fair.
Did I ever see which one?
The Daytona Road Warrior for NASCAR. I'm pretty sure it's just for COVID.
No, I think that was last year.
Was it?
Yeah, because I think that was a virtual race.
God knows, you know.
COVID feels like a lifetime ago already.
It's weird seeing people still with masks on. It's like 4 years ago. How are you that scared of something coming back?
In their defense, I'll wear a mask when I'm sick, even if I'm like just like a cold or something. Like that's one thing that I've picked up after the COVID era is like if I'm ever sick, and like Japan's always done it, you know. So you would think me being a massive weeb, I would have been doing it way earlier. No, like after the whole COVID era, I decided to like every time I felt like I was sick, I'd start wearing a mask, or I'd start like distancing myself from like my family, like physically, to be like, I don't want to get y'all sick. So
yeah, I'm the opposite. I'm living still like it's pre-COVID.
Partying like it's 2019.
Oh hell yeah, 2019.
Honestly, the best year of memes was 2018.
I'll be honest with you. There's that many memes come out nowadays. It's so hard to keep up with them.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Because literally,
it's not something I'm interested in, but I'm most likely going to forget it.
Literally, like the memes are just they're like they rotate out every week now. Whereas, you know, pre-COVID, it would last a couple months. It felt like, because like there was Bowsette from like October all the way through to December. You had the rating Area 51, which is still my favorite of all time.
Well, the Naruto run, I think that's what it is. I'm not really an anime person.
Yeah. If we they can't shoot us if we Naruto run. We'll be faster than their bullets.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not really an anime person. I'm more a racing kind of person. So if it's like a meme that's like racing related, I'm more likely to get it, you know?
Yeah, but like
it's like popular culture, but you know, it's.
But like nowadays, it's like a meme will be around for like 2 days and then it's replaced by something else. So like just internet whiplash. And I don't know if that's just me becoming a boomer.
No, you're not. Nah.
I'm like, I'm slowly becoming a boomer? Why? No.
To be fair, I don't find most of the modern ones funny, because no wonder they get chained that fast. They're not really funny, you know?
Some of them are, but...
Some of them are, but they don't hit like the old ones used to.
No. Do you know that the Haktua girl now has a podcast?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I've heard about this one, yes.
Yeah, that's like the only one that I full on know.
It's lasted at least over a week.
Yeah, that one lasted over a week, and now she runs a podcast now. I don't know how that's going. I'm so focused with this podcast, I don't really listen to many other podcasts anymore.
It's funny, like you know how before the first podcast episode I was on, like how I asked her all worked. It's funny. I actually did used to listen to, and sometimes still do listen to podcasts. I used to when I was in school, I used to listen to the Formula One Beyond the Grid with Tom Carton.
Oh
And,
yeah.
I used to listen to that like my study periods. It was great, like once a week, fantastic. I remember I distinctly remember one with Jeff Gordon. Funnily enough,
Really?
when he was talking about when he did a test for Williams in 2000s.
Wait,
So I
Jeff
thought
Gordon
that
did a
was pretty
test for
interesting.
Williams?
Yes, he also did you know those seat swaps? You might remember, was it 2011, I think, was Tony Stewart and Lewis Hamilton?
Yeah.
Watkins Glen. But they did that before with Jeff Gordon and Juan Pablo Montoya. So
I didn't know that.
there you go. We're warning stuff for the podcast.
I need that, like, the more you know, like, star going da 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 da.
I mean, the only reason I really know that is because I'm a Jeff Gordon fan, you know?
Hey, fellow 24 fan, let's go.
I'm so sad. When I went to Daytona this year, I saw him in person, but I didn't get his autograph. I'm just so sad, you know?
That's better than me, man. I went to like you know how like they'll have the trailers for merchandise and stuff.
Yeah.
I got a Jeff Gordon hat when this is back in like 2004. Yeah, it was 2004. I had gotten it wasn't 2000. Was it 2004? I'm getting my timelines mixed up. It was during the Nextel Cup era. I know that much.
Oh, so it was like 2006, I think. 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
So I know Winston was 2000s.
When they finally quit with the Winston sponsorship because like NASCAR had gotten away with it. Yeah. NASCAR had gotten away with it and they had like an extension on it because, you know, sports sponsorships, you know, legality stuff to get out of that contract. It took a while, but and they were like, we need a new sponsor for the Cup Series. What's it going to be? I know. Cell phone.
I mean, it kind of makes sense to be fair, though.
Yeah. And now it's just the Cup Series. I don't even think they have a title sponsor anymore. It's just the NASCAR Cup Series.
I mean, yeah, they used to have Monster Energy for a few years and stopped a few years ago.
Yeah, it stopped like a year or two ago.
So I still find it funny. Like, you ever hear the story of, I think it was Stinger Wireless or something?
Yeah,
Richard Childress.
Yeah, Singular Wireless.
And same with, I think it was Verizon.
Yes.
Like, you ever hear those stories? Like, how Sprint tried to just get them out of the sport because it's the Sprint Com Championship.
Yeah.
And it's like, it blew back in their face because the Sprint, like, the thing just ended like 2016.
Yeah. Oh, remember the time when NASCAR yelled at the Pepsi drivers because they kept knocking the Powerade bottles off the car?
It's funny, as I'm British, but you wouldn't think I know as much about NASCAR because it's more of an American sport, but I do quite enjoy NASCAR, fun enough. It's quite similar of sorts to my actual racing series I watch most.
What racing series do you watch the most?
Well, when I was growing up, the two that I mostly watched, besides local racing, was the British Touring Car Championship and Formula One. But I took a break from Formula One, but British Touring Car has always been there for me.
All right, is it just me? Because you say you've watched F1. Is it just me,
Yes.
or does it seem like the F1 fan base is kind of toxic?
It is, since the Drive to Survive era, especially.
Okay, I was like, I'm not imagining that, right? Because I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet from someone, and it was like, give me 1 minute.
Sebastian Vettel dominating Red Bull. That's how long ago I was watching F1. How I remember the first F1 race I ever watched was Brazil 2008. So watching Hamilton and Massa fight for the title. That's how far back I'm going, you know. I still say Interlagos is the best race to end the championship on. It's quite special. I remember Button and Hamilton both winning there. I remember when I was a kid, Jenson Button was my favorite racing driver, but then sadly he retired. It was when did he retire? 2016, I think. Trying to think, Monaco. Yes, because I think he had it was a race with McLaren just for a one-off because of Alonso, I think. No, 2017. Because I remember Alonso was doing the Indy 500 the same day. I think it was Pascal Wehrlein. Button had a crash with and retired. So that was quite sad, but I remember watching that race back when it happened. You went awfully silent. I'm starting to get scared now. So besides F1 and NASCAR, what other racing series do you watch?
I apologize.
I was starting to get nervous. That's all I'm gonna say.
No. I had to take a phone call real quick. Someone was like paranoid about something being in the house.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact. So the editor's gonna have a good time to edit out that little bit.
I mean, I kept talking for a little bit, and there's like going to be a few seconds of silence. So to whoever is editing this, I'm sorry for being silent for a few seconds. I just didn't know what to say.
There's probably a little bit of me like starting my conversation on the phone. I stepped out of the room to get the rest of the phone call away from the mic. But
yeah.
But no, where were we again? Because I know we were talking about like the F1.
I think it was when did you get into F1?
Oh God.
Mine is a very iconic race, but I'm curious when you started watching F1.
I want to say it was like 2011 or 2012 because I was a Mercedes fan at the time.
Rosberg and Schumacher.
Yeah.
That's how far back we're going.
Yeah. And then it was like or was it Williams at the time? I don't remember. Who was it that Hamilton was on at first?
McLaren.
Was it McLaren?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was a Mercedes team.
No, it's they were sponsored by Vodafone at the time, but it's before Mercedes came in as a factory team in 2010. It's they were pretty much the McLaren team was basically the Mercedes team at the time.
Okay. Yeah. I had caught a little bit of it, and then I think when Hamilton came in, I started to fully watch it because at the time
2013.
Yeah. Because at the time I was a Hamilton fan, and then I was just like, okay, now I'm a Logan Sargent fan.
No comment on Sargent.
Hey,
all I'm gonna say is, what is a kilometer, Raw?
Exactly, what is a kilometer? I gotta rep the driver representing my home country. Okay.
I mean, talking about the United States of America, I do quite like watching IMSA and sometimes some IndyCar as well.
Oh, that reminds me. I remember where I was going with the whole F1 thing now. Thank you for like rejogging my memory on that. But there was someone who's just a toxic part of the F1 fan base. And yesterday, because Petit Le Mans was on, they went and they were like, "Oh, people are unironically watching IMSA. When is F1 coming back?" I'm like, dude, come on. There's other motorsports. You don't have to like, coddle up to F1 and be like, "Oh, F1 is the best in the world. There's nothing compared to it." It's like, no, there's other motorsports.
Was this on Twitter by any chance?
Yes, it was on Twitter.
Explains everything. I'll be honest with you. I hate working it like whenever it's here. Like, is it for you page or something like recommended? I don't know what's called on Twitter nowadays. It's
the For You, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it recommends like channel like post she'd think you'd like, and it's just like motorsport fans being like either just weird or making it's either like they make something cool or it's just something weird like or horrible take that gets like instantly downvoted or some shit like that.
I'll be honest, I don't use the For You tab on Twitter at all. I only use the Following tab.
Fair enough.
I also find that the Following tab, it actually leaves it in like chronological, like newest to oldest tweets.
Yeah.
Because I used to do the For You, and then it moved all of the tweets out of order. I'm just like, why would you do that?
I will say, well, to be fair, I'd say you're more of a real motorsport fan if you can recognize it. Your favorite motorsport isn't perfect, and you know why you like it.
Yeah.
And you can see like the reasons why other people like other motorsports.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'd say the British touring car is maybe my favorite race. I wouldn't really say it's my ideal favorite racing series. Probably the closest there is to it, but I understand it's not perfect, especially just in the virtual world. You want to race cars race the cars that are modern. Yeah, good luck.
I mean, it's like me with IMSA. It's like, I know like IMSA's caution like yellow flag thing can sometimes be a nightmare in and of itself, where it's like, okay, a local caution would have been fine there, but I don't know. I don't remember if IMSA they don't do localized cautions or if they just are only the full course yellows. But there's some, like the good example would be the what was it, the 6 hours at Indy. There was like one or two cautions that would have been perfect for just like a localized yellow to get the crew out there to get the car out of like the grass or the gravel, and instead they throw a full course yellow.
Yeah, I mean, even then I would still have that compared to what NASCAR is.
Oh yeah, no.
I honestly, the honest to God, when I went and saw the Daytona 500s in person, like I said earlier, this year, and oh my God, stage cautions are the worst thing ever. I'm not
Thank
even joking.
you.
I nearly fell asleep. This is coming from a fan. All right? If anyone from NASCAR is watching, I was sitting in the stands and I nearly fell asleep. That's how long a stage caution felt.
Do you know
So
why?
just imagine the people watching at home are just going to change the channel. You know, why have it? It's stupid. You're ruining racing doing stuff like that.
You know what I've and I've had like I have a family member that was a huge NASCAR fan. They stopped watching a couple years back. You know what they said made them like full on stop watching?
What?
Stage cautions.
Yeah, because they're absolutely horrible. It kills the flow of the race. Like, why would you do that?
It kills the flow of the race, and like for a fact that NASCAR's trying to make it more entertaining that way. It's like, no, just let them run the race. It's a 500-mile race. Let them run the full 500 miles. If there's a need for a caution, then throw the caution.
I'd say, you ever, as you've been running the motorsports fair for over a decade, you've probably noticed that the series you like watching, well, grew up watching, or either just the grid's slowly going to just warring or stuff like that. When you notice like F1's growing, like you think to yourself, why is this motorsport growing but others aren't, you know?
Yeah. Well, I've also heard recently that some things with F1 are starting to mimic like NASCAR at its peak, to the point where like there's a few people that are like, oh, wait, hold up. Pattern recognition. We're about to see. Oh, there it is. We're about to see we're about to see F1 make a stupid decision.
I just imagine you. Did you just snap your fingers up?
Yeah. Like the the Leonardo DiCaprio meme.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking to myself, did he just do the fucking thing from Once Upon a Hollywood?
Yes.
I said to myself, there's no way. If the editor is listening, could you put a picture of that meme or a GIF of that meme and try and sync her up with the finger thing?
If they can, I will be impressed. If they can match it perfectly, I will be very impressed.
I mean, they can get it as close as they can. It's still be good enough, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, what have you been doing outside of racing recently?
I've been doing a lot of sim racing, but other than that, I've started getting word back on 2.0 model updates, so that's gonna be fun.
Any spicy details we can hear of?
The rigging has started.
There we go.
That's pretty much, rigging has started this month, so I'm excited.
That's nice.
I have no idea when I'm gonna debut the new model, because I actually want to do a whole like re-debut, because my debut, I'll be honest, sucked.
Same.
Because this was at a time where I was like, I don't know how to debut. I've seen like some debuts, but I don't really know what goes into a debut. And so I was dumb, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just play Minecraft and talk about myself. And oh god, it was so bad. It was so bad. I'm glad that VOD is gone.
Yours is probably better than mine. Mine was I was playing ETS 2, I think. And I forgot to have game audio for like the first hour.
Oh no.
I mean, it was funny. A lot of people joined, but like then again, I think myself, why did nobody tell me there was no game audio? I always thought like rewatching the VOD.
Oh god, that reminds me of like my first handful of streams. All the VODs are gone because I didn't think ahead to, save them to YouTube.
Archive them.
Yeah, I still don't. I need to archive them and put them onto the YouTube channel just because, but I'm dumb. I don't have the time to do that.
What would you call it? Would you call it like a series, like the retrospective or something like that?
I don't know.
I'm trying to look at games I have laying about, see if there's like any, those like re-releases they have, like players hits or like stuff like that.
The players hits or game of the year edition. Or
I'm trying to think of like names like that you could call it, because it'd be quite ironic kind of names. Talking about games, I actually went out to bought a few games today.
Ooh.
I went into Tarn, and you were there. In fact, I was streaming earlier today, and you were in my chat. I was streaming Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes.
Yeah, I was there for that.
You can blame Lithium Fox for getting me addicted to Metal Gear Solid. So today I picked up Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, and Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Ah, yes.
And I got one racing game, which is a rarity. I got Ridge Racer 7.
Hey, Ridge Racers, let's go.
Talking about Ridge Racer, like one of my first ever racing games was the original Ridge Racer. Funnily enough,
really,
I never played Type 4 until like 2 years ago. It's strange.
Oh gosh, I know. Recently, I I've been doing the free games that you get with PlayStation.
Yeah.
And so I finally got the chance to start playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
I've never had the chance to play it or watch really any videos on it until recently. I was like, you know what? I'm going in like full blind because I've not seen anything spoiler wise for Ghost of Tsushima. So like,
yeah.
And I haven't been streaming it because I just, I've mostly been doing the streaming, the sim racing stuff, and I've left out. And I feel like as a streamer, you kind of have to have those games where it's like, okay, this is for stream, but I still want a game for fun, and I don't want to make all of my games a job,
So yeah, you do it like, you're working at the same way I work at it. You do was it Ghost of Tsushima? How do you spell it? Tsushima?
Yeah, Tsushima.
So I do F1 Manager 24. It's fun having these games off stream because you don't have to feel obligated to stream it.
Yeah, and like I like some people will be like, oh, but Ghost of Tsushima is a great single player game to stream because story blah blah blah. And like, well, I don't want to spoil the story for anyone else. I know like you can do a good stream for Ghost of Tsushima. Like I know you can do it because a lot of people do it. But I just want to experience the story for myself,
Yeah. Like I said, I tried Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes for the first time yesterday. I wanted to stream it for the simple reason is I wanted to get back into streaming, but I also didn't want to do something racing. I wanted to do something a bit different because I've been planning for ages to do, maybe even for 2 years, do racing stuff, but also I have that one stream a week where it's not racing. It's something more I kind of want to do,
Yeah. I mean, it's like I have ideas of what I want to do other than sim racing content.
I feel like if you can grow a community with being niche, but if you do something like what we're doing, just playing like a game which is not a current, people see as their niche, it opens up different opportunities, Like I can give you a good example. My racing streams recently haven't been doing the best. However, the one Metal Gear stream's done quite well. In fact, I asked the people in my server, would you guys like to see me do more non-racing stuff from time to time? And they said, yeah. So, it's quite interesting to see.
I think part of that too is, as content creators, you see something work and you only stay in that niche, but then you never really like grow or do anything new. And then when that niche eventually falls off, like Ninja with Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Once that trend falls off, if you don't diversify, then you stagnate, and then you eventually start dropping.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally, Ninja was the peak of Twitch, and was even on like NBC.
Family Feuds.
Yeah, he was also like on the NBC New Year's special thing where he was like playing Fortnite on national TV for like a couple minutes, or like doing the floss or whatever. And then like a year and a half, 2 years later, fell off completely.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you can get massive growth with it, but then if you don't try anything, if you don't diversify, you kind of are stuck in that one niche, which I think sim racing is a little harder to do because the sim racing community's niche, like really niche already.
Yeah.
But you can also have like a different, like you can have so much within sim racing,
Yeah.
So I think it's a little harder to do, but at the same time, there's some stuff like I want to do like really cool astronomy streams. That's a thought that I've had. I'm like, well, it's not sim racing, but I want to do it just because it sounds fun.
I mean, you never know until you try,
I think the biggest trouble is logistics for me. Like, how am I going to get an astronomy stream to work as a VTuber? Then I saw Space Engine. I was like, oh wait, I can do Space Engine. Oh wait, it's going to cost me over $100 because I also need to get the DLC that gives me the license to stream it.
Yeah, I'm kind of lucky with Metal Gear as it's a game from, Twin Snakes is a game from 2004. Streaming wasn't really a thing back then.
I found my PS2.
Found your PS2?
I found my PS2
right next to me.
I had mine put away for a little bit.
I mean, it's a good subject we should talk about. Retro games. Sure, are you into retro games much?
I do. I do love retro games a lot. And the reason I brought up the PS2 is because I'm thinking about streaming. Oh god, I feel old by calling it retro. But I really want to do like an Ace Combat 4 stream because I own a copy of Ace Combat 4.
I love retro games. You can even tell. I'll even send you a picture after. But I love retro games. I've bought them for like 9 years. I don't know. I got my first retro console, but even then, it's over time. It's something I'm quite passionate about outside of racing. In fact, I'd say it's probably my other passion outside of racing is retro games. So that's how you'll sometimes see me stream Gran Turismo 4. Or something like that, because it's like I'd say it's like the perfect blend of retroness and it's still a racing game. So it's like the best of both worlds, you know?
You know what I would love to stream if I could find a copy of it?
What's that?
Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Oh 05?
Yes, 05.
I mean, there is ways, hint, of streaming it. That's how I'm doing Twin Snakes, because I'll be honest with you, Twin Snakes is an expensive game to buy. That again, it's kind of hard to stream from a GameCube, you know.
I have a retro game store, and I bought an AV to HDMI adapter so I can plug in my PlayStation to the capture card. So it's
might
possible.
Have the same card, funnily enough.
But I have a retro store, so I might see if they have a copy of Most Wanted 2005.
You want to feel old? Both of us will feel old when I say this.
Oh God!
You know what's considered retro nowadays by some people?
What?
The Nintendo Wii, the PS3, and the 360. Some people consider that retro.
No.
That's probably consoles we grew up playing as well.
Oh God. Okay. To be fair, right? I grew up with the PS2, but I was in the era of I was still like a younger kid.
You were still young.
Yeah, I was still young to preteen.
Don't even try and say me you're old.
Yeah,
no, you're still young.
I was like a preteen and stuff during the height of the PS2 or PS3 and Xbox 360 era, right?
Yeah.
But I had a PS2 all the way up until like basically the end of the life cycle for the PS3, because I was more of like the lower middle income family.
Yeah.
So I never was like, we weren't in like a situation where we were like struggling for anything.
Yeah.
But I was happy with my PS2. Like a lot of people were like, oh, I've got the PS3. And it'd be like, oh, that's cool, man. But I was happy with my PS2 until it was eventually like, oh yeah, there's no games coming out for the PS2. I was like, okay, well now I gotta get a PS3. And literally right when I got it, hey, we're introducing the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, you kind of timed that one quite badly. I'm be real. I mean, even that, if you liked football games like soccer, I mean, FIFA 14.
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah.
They were still releasing games even 14 years after the PS2 came out. So but then again, it's cheating saying sports game, because let's be fair, if you're buying FIFA, you're buying on the newest consoles. You can play a fucking Ultimate Team, not PES.
Yeah.
Nobody plays PES. I'm not even joking. You can call me a European, you can call me British, but I generally don't know anyone ever since like the whole school, like even like my job, I've never heard anyone ever mention PES, like they ever played PES.
No, it's always just FIFA.
I'm pretty sure people have never played PES.
I think I did once. I did once, but I was like,
it's a game you play once and you forget. It's so boring that you just glad you forgot it existed.
No. You know what it is? It's the game that's like the free game to play when like Burger King had the consoles in the restaurant that you could play, right?
Yeah.
It's that game. Or like if you had to go to daycare and the daycare had like a PS2, that was the game, was PES.
I had something similar, but not at like fast foods or like daycare. My dad works away. He works abroad. He works in a cruise ship. So I remember when I was like 4 years old, I think it was we went on a cruise for like a few weeks, and I don't know if I actually got to play the PS2, because you could call it like it was called the Kids Club back then.
Yeah.
It's like from about 2007, 2008. Remember then? But so still PS2 was still a thing. Sure, PS3 and 360 been out for a few years, but then again, PS2 was still mostly quite modern-ish. But I think I never played a Spider-Man game. That's funny, because I'm not really a superhero kind of person, but I think this game just captivated me some way. I don't remember the name of said game, because let's be fair, it's hard to remember stuff from like when you're that young. But I remember playing something like that. It was quite fun.
You know what that reminded me of, and the reason I know why the PS3, like I know the PS3 was out for a few years before I finally got one, because it was around the same time that Spider-Man 3 came out. And they used the font from Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. That's funny, because like I said, I bought Ridge Racer 7 today, and it's funny because if you look at the older PS3 games, like you can see the old school text, but when you look at the more modern ones, like the ones that come out like closer to the, I guess you could say 2010, 2011 kind of time.
Yeah,
It's
they
more,
changed to just the PS3, right?
yeah.
Where it looks almost like the modern font that they use, but like the older PlayStation 3 titles have that like Spider-Man 3 text.
I mean, it was cool, but I think the way they really changed it. The only reason they changed it because I think they released the PS3 Slim, so it's kind of weird to have the older fat model when the new Slim.
Well, and the fat model for the PS3 also had a issue.
Huge.
It was huge, but it also had an issue with
Was it the L White of Death?
yes, and I know this because I had a friend. They had the old version of the PS3, which was backwards compatible. Sony, please, I don't care if you can do it as a cloud streaming thing nowadays. I still want my backwards compatibility.
I mean, give them their due. Like, Sony and Microsoft now, you can play older games. Nintendo says, "Screw you, we're gonna remake a Wii U game and sell it full price because no one bought a Wii U, so they won't know it's a brand new game."
All right,
but at least
that's fair. That's fair.
But if you buy like a PS5, like a disc model, you can play your PS4 again. That's actually what I find quite neat about the PS5. But the Series X is the same with the Xbox One.
Well, the Series X takes it a step further, and you can put in Xbox 360
and the original Xbox games.
Yeah, but you can't do that on the PlayStation 5. I think as far as the PS5, it's only the 4 and the 5.
Yeah, it's sad because the PS3 is probably my second favorite PlayStation because PS2 will probably never be topped in my opinion.
Did you ever utilize like the built-in streaming in like certain games? Because the PS3 didn't have where you could stream directly from the console, but I distinctly remember
PSP.
Yeah. Well, I mean like to like Twitch or something, like Twitch or YouTube.
I did that with my Xbox One because funny enough, I never had a PS3 or PS4 growing up. I only bought a PS5 a few months ago, but I had Xbox. My first console was a PS2, but I had Xbox, so I was 360 and the One. I was mostly Forza for the longest of time, but I used to stream on Xbox One on Mixer and Twitch back in the day.
Oh God, Mixer!
Ask Whiff about Mixer. He'll.
Oh God, I was on Mixer.
Mixer was decent. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it was decent. I don't really remember much of it because I only did a few streams on it. But
in a past life, before I started VTubing activities, I was on Mixer because I was on.
A few of us were.
I was on Twitch beforehand, and then I was like, eh. And I like when Ninjas moved over to Mixer, I actually looked at Mixer. I was like, actually, some of these features are nice. And I switched over to Mixer. And then, like, literally a couple months later, Mixer's like, oh, yeah, we're shutting down. I'm just like, well, what the heck?
I think, when was Mixer, like, when did Ninja sign for Mixer? It
was like 2019, I think.
I used it like 2016, 2017. I never was before Horizon 4. I used to stream Forza Horizon 3 back when I was still brand new.
Well, and this was also before my VTubing activities too.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not really an anime person. The way I find about VTubing is probably a lot funnier than the majority of people you'll get on this podcast.
I gotta hear this.
It's the most unconventional way. Okay. Well, we'll set the scene, right? We're sitting, me and a few friends are sitting in the VC, right? And I was messing around with a Windows 7 virtual machine because why not? Because I like living in the past, right? So someone says, can you go on Twitch? And I said, sure, okay. Can you look up Nyanners? I was like, myself, who the hell is that? Nyanners. So I put that on, and I said to myself, what the fuck is this? You can stream as like an anime girl kind of thing. What weird, you know?
Yeah.
Then I think a few months later, I was shown how to make a Vroid, and I thought, I'll try streaming again to see how it goes. But ever since like late 2021, like December 2021, that's how long I've been a VTuber.
Oh God,
It's funny enough, I actually do still have some of my VODs, unlike you. Because back in the day, I forgot to. I actually kept pressing record when I was streaming, so I still do have some of my old VODs from back in the day.
My PC can't handle that, so that's why I don't have any of them as recordings. But I remember. Oh God, I started 2020. I started the year before you.
You want to know something even funnier?
What's that?
Me and Aki both debuted. Like I debuted a whole day before him.
No way.
We didn't know each other. That's how funny it is.
You didn't know each other. Y'all ended up one day apart in your debut days, and then you become teammates.
I mean, it is a fun story. Now looking back at how I met everyone. Have you heard of Kaneko Racing?
I've heard of Koneko, but I don't think I've ever heard like how y'all like full on met with Koneko.
There used to be a person called Whimsies, or Whims for short. Used to be a racing VTuber, but she moved to ASMR content. However, she used to be a club, not a team, but it used to be a club of sorts for racing VTubers, but called Kaneko Racing. So like basically they would do Forza meets, and I remember I watched this stream because one of my friends was up late one night and did in fact, no, it wasn't up late one night. It was, I think I had a night shift at work. He showed me like them all doing this race on Race Room of all things, right? But it was I think it was shopping carts. I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is this? And how can I do this as well? Because it's one of those like kind of things that's dumb kind of fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's so dumb you want to do it as well. So I saw that and I thought, no way. You could do stuff like this? I need to try and figure out how to do this. So then he introduced me to Kaneko. He invited me to Kaneko Racing, and I met everyone and introduced who I was and stuff like that. Then I met Aki. Then I met, you could say, the core group of Kaneko. Well, not Kaneko, the core group of Mirai, I would say. But it's only recently I felt more close with some of my teammates than I ever have, funnily enough. But recently I've been hanging out more with Whiff and Frankie, which has been pretty fun in VCs. I've always looked up to Raska. That's someone I find quite fun to talk to, and well, I've met up with him in person. It's been fun hanging out with him. Aki's like me, so quite neutral connection, I'd say. Well, quite quickly, I'd say. I said I don't get to talk to Victor much about outside endurance races, but when I do, it's pretty fun. He normally has quite some interesting things to say. I'm trying to think who else. Luke Redgrave, another person in Mirai. I get along with him pretty well. He's I did do an endurance race with him on Gran Turismo, Devon of all things, once, a charity race.
Okay.
The race didn't go well, but it was still fun hanging out with him. Let's say he's a pretty good designer. I'll say that.
I feel like with endurance races, like sometimes it's like, oh, okay, the race didn't go well, but as long as like everyone's having fun and hanging out with each other,
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. Blani was one of the last ones to join. Blani has been fun to hang out with. There's been a good few endurances this year where it's just been me and him hanging out, which is pretty fun. But trying to think who else. Execute is a previous champion of what is now known as VTREC, but was called IVGTC back in the day.
Yeah.
Season 4 of IVGTC. Came out of nowhere, dominated. So she's fun to hang out with. Don't get to hear from her much now, but she's fun to hang out with. Ruby is the newest member of Mirai. So let's say contractual. How should I put it? I'm trying to not make it sound roleplay. I'm trying to make it sound more professional, If you want it more in a VTuber terms, then I guess I was supposed to be partnered with her for some races this season of VTREC, but her teammate also came back. Because fun enough, it was this week, Albert, the owner and founder of Panem Formula, asked me did I want to drive for the rest of the season, because I wasn't sure if Asa would want to continue. So
yeah, because Ace has got their work schedule has changed a lot.
Yeah, but and I asked why me in particular. Maybe it's me because I'm retired. Who knows? Maybe it's not free weekends. But he said no. Ruby name dropped you. And I thought Ruby name dropped me. So I DM'd her. Is that true? You name dropped me? And she said yeah. So you could say as well. She's now competing for America. Representing the US of A in Ferrari esports. So I thought that's quite the honor to have, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Like when it comes to like Ruby, I was surprised when she reached out to me to be on the podcast, you know, because I was thinking I would, you know, need to reach out at some point. I was like, oh, it's definitely not going to be before like episode 10. And then here she comes like, hey, when can I join the podcast? I'm like, excuse me, what?
You want to know? You want to know something? Like, she might not remember this, but I remember this.
Mm.
But I remember in IWGTC season 5 when me and her were nearly teammates, fun enough, because she said she was looking for teammates, but sadly Raska got to her before I did. Sadly. So I mean, it's probably the best call for her because they two did very well that season together. Yeah. But yeah, me and Ruby were nearly teammates at one point before. Well, we have been teammates outside of Mirai once for Pan Formula, as I was a guest driver for Albert a few seasons ago in Track GT. I think it's at Spa in the Mercedes. It was a close championship battle for the teams, so I tried my best. I got, I think, 1 or 2 points. Didn't win in the end, but it was P2, I think. P2 or 3. But yeah, I'd say it's very, very adds credit, you could say, to the team having somebody like Ruby on the team, you know? Yeah. Plus, alongside like people like Ruska and like Frankie and Whiff and the others, you know, it's as much as a competitive team we are, it's still a friend group after all, you know? Yeah, and that honestly is like the goal. I feel like is like, yeah, it's competitive in the sense of, you know, y'all are doing a bunch of events and stuff, but like the core aspect of it, you know, is a friend group. You know, funny story relating to like that like friend group feeling kind of thing. I got back in touch with someone who I was on their team for so fun fact, and I'm probably gonna get like downvoted for this. Downvoted like I'm on Reddit. Downvoted. Wow. Yes. I'm probably gonna get a lot of him. I'm gonna get hate for this, but I sometimes play League of Legends, and no. I'm kidding. I think it was 2020. Is like either the end of 2020 or the start of like 2021. There was a group of VTubers that decided to host a VTubers only League of Legends tournament. And just literally the other day, I got back into contact with one of my teammates, because I was like, I've not talked to this person in over a year or two, but it was still like super, like, because our team was super. It was mostly just, you know, we were going to have fun. We were just going to play as friends. And they when I popped into their chat, they were like, "Oh, hey, this is Kaito. He's carried me he's backpacked me a couple of times in League." I'm like, "Hold up, I don't remember that being the case." Yeah, there you go. I was like, I was fairly certain you backpacked me. Excuse me? I don't know. Is that good? Is that like it's like carrying version? Okay. Yeah, like if you carry a team, you're backpacking them. Gotcha. So I'm not really used to it. I'm just here. I'm used to the memes, you know? Yeah. That's fun to hear, you know? It's I've had, outside of being a VTuber, I've never been part of a team. Mirai was the first team I've ever joined, and I think I'll be honest with you, even if I was offered the opportunity of like esports or something, I don't think I would ever take it, you know? Yeah. Because to me, sim racing, sure, it's fun getting good results. It's nice sort of mentality, but that's not what brings me joy in sim racing, you know? Yeah. Everyone wants to be a champion, but at the end of the day, like I'm a champion, but to me, I just say it's a title, you know? It's more fun just hanging out with people and building a team, building these connections, and is actually getting these good results, you know? Yeah, I mean, I've said it before on I said it before in the track Discord. I told Ruby, like, I was like, Ruby, you are literally my inspiration for wanting to improve and compete in other events and even in esports at some point. But like, that's because I'm competitive by nature. Yeah. Because I have a younger brother, and we would always, you know, compete in video games to see who was better, me or him. But I also, as I've gotten older, I've also kind of adopted more of like what you're saying in terms of like
yeah, the competition and stuff is fun, and I still want to do it. But I also want to be able to keep more like form more like close connections with people that I can make my like consider a friend, you know?
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, yeah, I want to compete. I want to try and be, you know, the best, because that, you know, that's just how I've always been. That's how I've always been. But I want to have that connection with those that I'm, you know, competing against or with, and, you know, trying to form friendships out of it too.
I mean, when you said Ruby's like your inspiration, I've heard a few people say that I'm their inspiration. I think to myself, why am I your inspiration? I don't think I'm particularly special, and maybe because I have a slightly different approach to things than others. But I don't think, well, at least my on-track performances, anything to be desired. You know, it's sure I'm a champion, but it took me 2 years to get there. It's not something I woke up one day and I magically became as good as I am, you know?
Yeah.
There was a reason that a lot of people in the thing were quite excited when I became champion. Well, especially Austria, the first race I won a race, you know? It's the first race I ever won in trades, the first race I ever won in a league, you know? It was that long overdue. A lot of people were excited to see it because it's something they finally got to see, you know? After so long. But yeah, being a champion is nothing special as people might think it is.
I know. I was excited when I saw that because I'm one of those guys that picks up on the energy of everyone else, you know?
Yeah.
So like if someone else is super excited, then I get super excited for them. So like I was like still, and I guess even now still kind of new to tracc and to the racing VTuber scene. So I've told everyone, you know, I don't know a lot of the backstory. I'm having to like basically take like a racing VTuber history lesson 101, you know, and trying to catch up. But like I could tell that like that first win for you had been a long time coming. I was super excited for that. You know? I would say mine, if we're not counting Simcade, mine would be Project Cars 1. And then I got NR 2003. And that was fun. I mostly used it to like do like the because NR 2003, and I don't think any other NASCAR game allows you to do it. You could technically grid up, but you didn't drive.
I know you can do that in Assetto Corsa. There's a very specific way you can do it in Assetto Corsa, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. I know ACC has it to where you have to put in the spectator password for the server.
Yeah.
For like the in our 2003, it was very easy. It was literally you start up an offline race. You don't grid or anything, and you let the AI do whatever they want. I thought it was super cool because at the time I was to kind of date myself a little bit in terms of content creation. Before I did VTubing, and I was still like I think I was just starting high school. I was in the NR 2003 community a little bit with the offline AI championships.
Yeah.
But I would love to see like games do that again.
I'm actually very glad you brought up that point because that probably is going to answer another question that you're going to probably ask me. It's how did I get my racing numbers?
Oh, I got to hear this.
As you just mentioned, the NR 2003 AI leagues, I remember it was like 2017. I entered one for shits and giggles, right? Thinking I wouldn't get into it, but I did. I got the number 15. So ever since then, I've just stuck with the number 15. Like even before week racing, I'd make Oblivion 4s out the number 15, you know? It's ever since then, since like 2017, I've always just saw my race numbers the 15.
My number originally was the 23. 23
Oblivion Racing.
Yeah,
I shouldn't mention that with the current lawsuit going on.
Oh God, yeah. Fun fact: Michael Jordan is suing NASCAR. NASCAR's like no, but like 2311 Racing has a what is the attorney's name? It's the one attorney that like has been on a lot of famous sports cases that made the sport change a lot of their practices.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember his name, but like if they're pulling that guy as the attorney for 2311, NASCAR's probably not gonna have a fun time in court.
I mean, he's one of the best, I think, one of those lawyers, you know.
Oh yeah, no, like he's literally
he changed a lot about the NBA back in the day, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did like one of the cases for the NBA. He did a case for the MLB, and it was like cases that like full on changed the sport in like the modern era change. You know,
Yeah.
these were cases that changed the sports in the modern era, and like this attorney even said this is NASCAR's moment for change. Is the some of the clauses in the charter agreement.
Okay, so basically what I was saying before I was cut is starting park. If you remember back in the day, you have more cars than maybe because you can't get it nowadays because there's that many parts you need from certain suppliers. But starting park, you get teams like that, and you have bigger grids, more likely. Well, maybe even bigger prize pools because more bigger grids.
Yeah, because I know
Plus
it
more
used
teams as well.
because it used to be like
opportunities for younger drivers.
Yeah, because there used to be like if you were whatever team, it didn't matter if you qualified like the top 43, you were in the race, and if you didn't qualify 43rd or higher, you're out for that weekend.
Unless technically you could, unless there was a technical infringement of one of the cars that did qualify.
True. And now it's just the charter.
That'd be cool. If you want a fun NASCAR fact, Dodge was still in NASCAR until like 2018 in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah,
a lot of people forget about that.
They also had they had a Gen 6 car.
But no one, they were supposed to do it with Penske, but Penske went forward for 2013 and just no one else decided to go with Dodge.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad.
But they had built a Gen 6 car for the Gen 6 season, and no one decided to go with Dodge.
It's sad to see because it was a good looking car too.
It was a really nice looking car.
I mean, if we're talking about depleting grids, British touring cars, that's, oh boy. That one's sad. Manufacturers, I remember when I was growing up, there's good different manufacturers. Okay, I didn't grow up in the 90s, so I didn't get to experience super touring. However, when I did grow up in 2000s and the 2010s, at least there was a good amount of different manufacturers. Now there's only a few, sadly.
Right.
You know? I remember when stuff like Seat was still in the grid, Chevrolet. I'm trying to think who else. That's two that main stick out to me. But I remember when they still had the different Vauxhalls, like they still had the Vectran, but people would still run the Astra. And same with the Hondas, like some teams like the Privateers would run the Integra, even till like 2010, 2011, and like Team Dynamics, the Honda manufacturer team, would run like the brand new Civic.
Yeah.
I miss privateer teams in like touring cars is what I'm saying.
It'd be nice
to see loads of different cars on the grid, you know?
And then you get series like WEC, which are getting more and more getting more manufacturers, you know. There's the recent announcement of Genesis joining the hypercar class.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Genesis join. It's like was it the Group 3 car in GT7? Imagine you bring that to real life. That'd be pretty sick.
I think it's more the GT vision for like the Group 1 because it is the hypercar class.
Yeah.
But I would love to see the Group 3 vision from Genesis or Hyundai.
That'd be cool to see. I'm trying to think what other things would we like to see in motorsport apart from bigger grids?
I'd love to see either Honda or Nissan go into NASCAR.
I'd love to see TCRs go will get more popular.
Yes.
There's so many TCR series, but sadly it's not popular like a majority of places.
Yeah, because I know
I want to see WEC to come back to Silverstone. That's what I want to see.
Isn't there a race that was announced for Silverstone next year? And like everyone's like, oh yeah, this is what the FIA is using it as a test bed to see if WEC is going to be at Silverstone.
I'm totally 100% trying not to get tickets, I swear. Because I know for a fact 2 racing VTubers may be there. And Reska.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Reska's one of them.
Yes, and probably another one.
Yeah. If I had the means to go, because I have a passport, I can go international if I want. If I had the money to go, that would make 3 of us.
Maybe we'll bring a ship Aki across the English Channel. We'll have 4.
Yes. I know Frankie mentioned something about meeting up at a convention. North. Yeah.
It's funny. He keeps asking me as well. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he really wants to meet me because He's asked me multiple times. I remember him saying, so and so's coming. You sure you don't want to go? I said, like, I'll be honest with you, I would go if I had the time off work and the money for it.
I can get the time off work. I don't know if I have the money. Because like I said, I have a passport. I can go. I technically have the PTO I can put in to go. I don't know if I can afford to go yet.
Yeah, I don't. It's the work for me. I'm trying to get a new job, so if it was something more flexible, then I can maybe do it.
Yeah.
Plus, flights to Canada aren't particularly the cheapest.
They're probably cheaper for me because
Oh, yeah. Even then, you could just drive across the border.
Do you know how long of a drive that is from where I am?
I don't know what state you're in, so I have no clue.
I'm in Florida. I'm home of the hurricane season.
Oh, my sister's there. So is my niece.
Really?
Yes, they're visiting Disney.
Oh, okay. They're in Central.
I sent them a WhatsApp a few days ago asking, like, are they all right? Because I've heard with all the hurricanes and shit.
Yeah.
Let's say that put me on edge for a few days,
Yeah, living in the state, you kind of you're on edge when you see it start to head to your area, and then when it starts to head away from your area, you start like not being on edge.
I will say Florida is a fun place to visit, at least for me. Like, you can ask any Brit, like, the place you're most likely to see us visit is Florida, New York, or California. The only three places you really see British people there visit.
Why Florida?
Disney.
Oh.
Disney, Universal, Busch Gardens.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the normie things, but if you want something more
Daytona, Sebring.
You know exactly where I was going. Daytona, Sebring, Homestead. I'm trying to think of what else. Then you've got all the local tracks as well,
Yeah. I'm sad because I don't have an actual local track near me. There used to be like a dog racing track, but I think the closest car track is a drag strip, and I'm just like, yeah, it's not my cup of tea.
I will say I've got 3 racetracks near me, and I live near a city, so I have 3 racetracks near me. The first one is right next outside Edinburgh. It's next to Edinburgh Airport. It's called Ingleson.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
the first place I've ever driven a race. Well, not a race car. A car was on a racetrack. So
how's that?
I mean, I think it was 17 at the time. It was a Vauxhall course. It was the first time I've driven a car. It's fun. I got it for Christmas. It was a different experience. It's so fun,
Right.
And you've got Julian Strasser's favorite, Mr. Tracc.eu, the carbon beef race wall, which is a very small oval where they do banger racing. Let's say oval racing there is definitely not like Daytona. It's definitely a different kettle of fish. It's more like Bowman Gray, now I think about it, if you know that one.
Yeah.
It's definitely like that, maybe even smaller. Oh god, it's, don't get me wrong, it's so funny when you watch like racing there, like just YouTube videos, but it's definitely different.
It's a different experience if you're there.
But my favorite racetrack in the world, Knock Hill. That's my home track, That's where they have the British touring cars. They used to have British GT in the 2000s, just before I started going, funnily enough.
Really?
They have British superbikes and British touring cars. 2 main things of the year. That's how I kind of go into bike racing, is watching just local bike racing, the British superbikes. It's something I don't say much, but I do quite like bikes as well. I don't know much about them. It's something I'd like to learn more about,
Right.
I don't know. I've been thinking about getting my bike license, but then again, I know a certain few people in my life would not particularly like me riding a bike.
I mean, that was me. I've thought about getting a bike license, but everyone in my family is just like, why? It's so dangerous.
I know my dad would be 100% for it. My mom, no.
Oh no, my mom, my grandma, absolutely. Like I said, I thought about it, and they immediately were just like, "No, you can't. It's too dangerous. You'll die."
Don't get me wrong. It'd be so fun ride a bike around country roads here.
See, if it were like more country roads that I would be on, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But where I am in Florida, I can see the argument of why I shouldn't. And I have personally seen wrecks that have been really bad with a bike. And so, like, that's why I'm not doing it. but like the thoughts there every now and then of like, oh, it would be so cool to get a bike license to ride a motorcycle around.
I say Florida's fun. Well, when I was there this year, like in February, I was watching, was it the Super Bowl? That's not on my bucket list to go and see. I want to go and see that now in person. That looks so sick to see. That's something we just don't have here, you know? It's so cool. Like, just watching that, and like, I tried watching it last year. I was off work that week. I was sitting at like 3 a.m. trying to watch it, you know? It's a lot different compared to what we have here, but like soccer-wise, but goddamn, Super Bowl, that's on the bucket list to go and see in person someday.
Let me prepare you by saying, depending on what state it's in, so you know how in Europe, each, like, it's easy to go from Scotland to England to France to Germany?
Yes.
And like how all of that's like culturally different?
Yes.
And then like, oh, America, you know, Americans don't have culture. It's like, no. So take that, but it's state by state. Each state has its own separate culture. So be prepared for that. Because you said you've been to Florida, but if it like the Super Bowl is in like Georgia or is in what's another state that's been in? Texas. Completely different culture.
Can you say something?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, yes, okay. You may have to repeat what you just said.
Yeah.
Because that entire thing cut out for me.
Technical difficulties happen. This is what happens when you host a podcast on the internet.
It's not bad, it's just different sides of the world.
Oh yeah, that too. I wish I had like a studio, like a physical studio to and like have the means to fly everyone out to go to the studio. That would be cool.
What would you have in the studio? I'm curious.
I mean, I'd have like some
like different racing knickknacks. Yeah,
different racing knickknacks, different like VTuber stuff. Maybe some Gamer Sups cups here and there on a shelf.
Gamer Sups. Have you ever had that before?
I have actually.
Is that any good? I've never had it before.
I enjoy a lot of the flavors. I want to try their lemonade flavor because they have like a lemonade flavor and I've not had it yet.
That's fine. I nearly got a energy drink deal.
Really?
I think it was called Dubby.
Oh yeah, Dubby.
I've never had it, so I declined them because I didn't want to be sponsored by something I've never had before because I don't know if it's any good, you know.
Yeah, I understand that completely. That's literally me with like.
I don't want to be a corporate salad, is what I'm saying.
Have you ever like seen? I don't know. Do you use Stream Elements?
Sometimes.
Do you know the emails they'll send you? That's like, oh hey, some good sponsorship deals for you.
I have so many. It's unreal. I haven't opened any of them.
I haven't either because, well, I've opened one to see what all like games, because 9 times out of 10 it's games.
Yeah.
And it's like Raid Shadow Legends or what's another one recently?
I'm curious. I'm opening Stream Elements right now.
I'm opening up my email. I'll tell you. Hold on.
Sponsorships. I've got 12 available. These are all. Oh, yeah. You can get You can be sponsored by Roblox. Yeah.
I might take that one up because I could do a
never
twisted
mind, it's
stream.
Mobile only.
I can wait. What?
Mobile only.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Just get a emulator. BlueStacks.
Yeah. HelloFresh, Genshin Impact. I'm a Genshin Impact maybe if I can do it on console.
See, the thing
Probably
is with
not.
like HelloFresh is I actually considered that one before, but then someone told me, yeah, don't do that because it's like so finicky, you know?
Yes. Because they're like, oh, HelloFresh, Factor 75, Roblox, Warpath, Star Trek Fleet Command, Raid Shadow Legends. And I'm like, I've not played any of these. And then there's a few that I'm like, I definitely like Royal Match, or, you know, I'm like, I'm never going to play Royal Match ever. I'm not one for the matching game type.
See, I would perhaps go for these. Like, if it's like a company I actually know, can see on like a store shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? What I would do is, I don't know how I would be sponsored by them, but I'd probably put them to sponsor my race car, you know?
Yeah.
So then, sure, it's not like esports level, you know? But at least it's something, you know? It shows that I am repping their brand, you know?
Well, and another thing too is like, I don't want to go through Stream Elements to do it. Like, is it convenient? Yes, but it feels less genuine, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And plus, if you're actually talking to someone for a sponsorship deal, it feels like, you know, you can actually like negotiate to see Like, how does my content work for you? What do you have to offer for me to incorporate my content for you? As in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Partial reason why this podcast doesn't have a sponsor.
You know, I've turned to doing now. Well, because I used to have copyrighted sponsors in the cars, but I think for the last 2 seasons, I've changed my approach for liveries now. Basically, I think to myself, why should I rep these like brands that have never heard of me, don't care for what I do, you know?
Yeah.
When I could do more the community, you know, it could be like giving back of sorts, like just showing my support. And you see my car do well, like you see the community doing well, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I have more Racing Vtuber sponsorships in the car than, say, for example, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something which is, you know,
Tesco.
popcorn, Coca-Cola, you know?
Coca-Cola, Tesco.
Fucking Audis. You know, it's... Oh, go on.
I have an Aldi's in my city.
Same. I went to Aldi's today. I bought some from Aldi's. I had my dinner from Aldi's.
Would you still prefer Tesco over Aldi's? Yes or no?
Would I prefer Tesco's over Aldi's?
Yes.
Yes, because Tesco's is a lot bigger than Aldi's. Even Tesco Express is like as big as like a majority of Aldi's.
I've never been to a Tesco. That's why I had to ask. Okay.
Tesco's is not like Aldi's. Tesco's is more like Walmart or fucking Target than
the way I've heard
Aldi's.
Tesco talk about, I feel like it'd be more of like a Costco than a Walmart.
It is definitely not like Costco.
It's not?
It's not like Costco at all. Oh god, no. Okay, well, you get a club card. Okay, sure. You can buy things and it's got a club card. That's the only 2 things it's the same. Everything else, different.
Really?
Even then, I prefer fucking Costco because you can get free food there, cheap food as well.
Wait, what?
Hey, what? You never been to Costco before?
No.
Oh man, no, you're missing out.
I didn't know you could get free food from Costco.
Yeah, it's like test, like you can test products of sorts.
Like like the free sample stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
there's not a limit there. You could just eat, you know.
Where I work, there's something similar like that where you get like a free sample of some of their foods.
I mean, they kind of have that in my work, but I think the only reason they have it in my work is because we're oversupplied. That's why. Not for the kindness of their hearts. To be fair, the way I see it is, well, I'm presuming you work in food as well, right?
No, not Costco, but the competitor to Costco.
I don't know. Does Costco have a competitor?
It's owned by Walmart, but it's not Walmart.
It is what? Asda's?
Nah, Sam's.
Sam's?
Yeah, Sam's Club.
We don't have that here.
No, because
Asda. That's also owned by Walmart.
Yeah.
Compared to Tesco. It's funny. My favorite place to shop in America is Walmart because you get so much shit there for cheap. Unreal. It's. I'm not even joking. Every Walmart I've ever been in is so big. It's like a Tesco extra. Tesco's extra is big. Walmart's huge.
Yeah, Walmarts are huge.
It's so good. You can buy things that are so cheap there.
Do you know I got lost in a Walmart once?
Did I ever get lost in a Walmart?
No. I got lost in a Walmart once.
I don't blame you. That's a place that are easy to get lost. I've probably been lost as well.
Oh God, you know what I just remembered that Walmart used to have, and I wish that they still had it. You know how Walmart you could they had like the game consoles.
Yes.
And then the screen, you had to like crane your neck up to look at the screen. I wish they still had those. I probably might have developed like neck issues that'll start showing up in the next 20 years because of that. But God, that was fun.
The thing is with Walmart for me is whenever I go to the US, I don't we get like shopping from Walmart like the first night or something because then so we can relax the rest of the night. But I'll be honest with you, going to American shopping is like cheaper than where I live, or like more reasonably priced, I should say.
Really?
Plus, the food you guys have there is so much better, anyways.
I don't know about that one.
I mean, there's things you guys have there that I'm quite jealous we don't have here. If you want 2 drink examples, both Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, and Code Red.
Oh yeah.
I love that. It's so much. It's unreal.
I'd
And that was
prefer.
at 5 hour energy.
Yeah,
I had that once. God damn.
I've had it once.
I don't know how you get 5 hours of energy out of such a small bottle. You know, that's
Tons of
crazy.
caffeine.
Oh, that's. I think you're gonna get some like fucking. If you drink that like one of those little bottles a week, yeah, you're probably dying from like a heart attack.
Yeah, like I
Just
said,
how fast.
tons of caffeine. Too much caffeine.
Don't get me wrong. It tastes a bit sweet as well though.
Yeah.
Do you drink energy drinks or nah?
Not really. I used to drink like Amp back when Mountain Dew
Amp.
made Amp.
The Dale Earnhardt Jr. sponsor.
Yeah.
I
And
never
then
had that.
I had the Game Fuel, which was basically Amp but not Amp.
Game Fuel.
Yeah.
You're saying brands I've never heard of before.
They were both the Mountain Dew, the quote unquote energy drink from Mountain Dew, but they tasted like Mountain Dew to me. They just tasted like
So
Mountain
you're
Dew.
drinking Wookies / Powerade.
Yeah. I've had a Monster. I can't really drink it though.
Is it like too sweet or something like that?
No, what it does, I can go through if I just sip on it, and I get to like half a can within an hour, my heart does the funny like dum 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 dum.
It's like you're running over like the rumble strips.
Yeah. It's like you know the like how my G29 will like rumble on the curbs and like
Yeah.
you'll hear the clattering on like in my mic when I'm racing. Yeah, it's like that. Just with my heart.
That's not good.
So if I ever do drink a Monster, I only have half a can at a time. I've had a Red Bull. Red Bulls seem okay, but you know.
If we're gonna, my favorite energy drink, perhaps this might be a slightly different answer, but I quite like the Thailand Red Bull.
Really?
The little glass bottles. For the simple reason is it's not as sweet as ours, but it goes down smoother and it just tastes better for me for some reason.
Yeah.
Or if you want a very, very obscure one, the
Go for
Golden Fun green energy drink, other known as the Hatsune Miku energy drink. That
What?
one is nice.
Wait, how's
Yes,
the name?
I have a can of that. Yes.
I gotta see this.
Yes, I think it's called Golden Fun Green Energy Drink. I don't remember what it tastes like, but it tastes pretty good.
I don't
What I know.
think we have that here.
I got it at an American import store.
Oh, is it American?
Not American. No, it's an import store. I think it's Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. All the text is Japanese and says made in Japan. Yeah, I think it's Japanese.
Okay, so I'd have to go to like the World Market or something to get it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I saw it once in Edinburgh. I thought, screw it, may as well. God damn, that was good.
You know what I've recently gotten into drinking? It's not an energy drink though.
What have you been drinking recently?
Ramen.
Ramen.
Yeah. You know, like I don't want to call it a soda. It's almost like a soda, but it's not. But it's like a carbonated drink from Japan.
Yeah, I have no clue what that is.
Yeah. If you ever get the chance, if there's a store that sells it, try to find it. It's a glass bottle, and the way they
Is it with the marble?
Yeah. With the marble.
Okay, I think I saw that before. I never knew what the name of it was though. Never had it before.
Yeah, ramen. It's I enjoy it. It's really good.
You know what drink? I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for this, but you know what drink I don't like drinking? I've had once, and I don't think I'll ever have it again.
Go for it.
I may have been just the flavor I had, but oh my god, I was nearly sick.
What flavor did you have?
I don't remember. It was just all I know is bad. I was nearly sick.
See, I had the milk boba tea, and I thought that was pretty good. But I've only ever had it once.
I like Iron Brew. Have you ever had Iron Brew? It's orange.
I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
I mean, okay, that's maybe me being a bit. How would I put it? Something would nationalistic be the way to say it? I don't think so.
Maybe? I don't know.
Patriotic. That's the exact word I'm looking for. Yes, I've had that. Oh my god, Iron Brew, amazing. Favorite soda drink.
You know, I'm gonna.
In fact, you know where you can get it because as you're a Florida man.
Where?
Publix. You can get it in Publix.
No, wait, really?
Yes, you can get it in Publix.
All right,
It's so good.
I have a Publix right down the road.
Next time go to Publix, look for I know. Isn't me? What Publix normally have like a British aisle or something? Like a British section.
I'll look. They might.
Iron Brew. That's the one. Spell IRNBRU. Iron Brew.
Iron Brew. All right.
And if you have it, DM me. Tell me if you like it.
The next time I go to Publix, I will see if they have it, and if they do, I'm gonna get it, and you'll be the first one to know.
There you go. It's my favorite go-to kind of soda. I sometimes mix it with vodka. That's fun to do.
Do you do that before the race or after the race?
The reason I've been trying to change my reputation is everyone thinks I'm an alcoholic. The only reason people think I'm an alcoholic is because I drink before I race. The thing is, or during the race, but the thing is, unironically, I'm better while I'm had a drink endurance. The last time I didn't drink for Le Mans last year, within a few laps, I got GTP'd.
Oh god!
I never blindly put like quote tweeted like a picture of my crash saying this wouldn't have happened if Jordan had a drink. But yes, that's unironically you can drive better while under the influence in the sim. Not IRL. I haven't tried it, and I never will do IRL.
Don't do it. Don't do it, IRL.
No.
Racing Vtuber Rundown does not endorse drinking and driving IRL. Please, if you do decide to drink and drive, leave it on the virtual track.
Isn't that what they said on NASCAR 15? It's like one of the songs, like the main menu songs, like leave it on the track.
I think so, yeah.
It's funny if I got recommended that song on Spotify like a few weeks ago. That's such a random song to be like recommended.
You know, I don't listen to the NASCAR soundtracks anymore. Like the NASCAR game soundtracks.
Under 2004 is probably my favorite.
Do you know what soundtrack I listen to a lot in terms of racing games? Gran Turismo.
Oh, same.
Like GT5, GT7, peak.
We're talking different Gran Turismos.
Oh, which Gran Turismo?
The first four. That's like my stream music is 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I mean, those are really good too.
They're the most iconic, I'd say, but it's the ones I grew up with. That's the ones I feel most comfortable playing.
Yeah.
That or you know what's got good music too?
What's that?
Ridge Racer.
Ooh, okay.
I like Ridge Racer 4s and the originals. That's the two I go to.
You know what soundtrack's really good? That's not like a racing game? Ace Combat.
Yes.
And you cannot change my mind on that.
What's the one I like? There's a YouTuber who does like racing history videos from time to time, but he does like uses Ace Combat videos, like music in the background. And it's just so good. That's how I got listening to it.
I think I know what channel you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of it.
It's like I think Stinge Pandabot or something like that.
Yeah.
Passpont. He doesn't upload regularly, but goddamn, he makes good videos.
God, Ace Combat music is goated, and I don't care who you are. You cannot convince me otherwise. Ace Combat music is goated.
I like some Sega music as well.
Oh yeah. You can't go wrong with like a lot of video games. Oh, it's not actual music because it's from a video game soundtrack. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up.
The ones I think of when I think Sega is like the racing from the 90s, like arcade games.
Yeah.
Like I think of Daytona USA as number one. Then I think of Sega Rally, which is a game which I find quite fun. And fun enough, for like a few months ago, I was like, the only game I was really playing outside the ACC was Sega Rally. Funnily enough.
I would also say the Sonic games.
Yeah. And I think, what's the other ones I was thinking of? You've probably not heard of this one, but Sega Touring Car Championship.
I've not heard of that one, no.
That's also the Model 2 arcade board, same as Sega Rally and Daytona USA.
You know what arcade game I would love to play?
Go on.
The Initial D arcade game.
I played it. It's decent, but I don't know.
Does it play the Eurobeat?
Yes.
Yes! It would not be Initial D without it.
I still like Sega Rally though, because it's so simplistic, but it's so fun for me, you know?
Yeah.
It's an addiction, you know? I notice whenever I find a game I like, I can get addicted pretty quickly. Like, you can say, for me, recently, I've been addicted to fucking Metal Gear Solid, you know? Sure, I have died 50 times within the space of, let's add the stream times. Within the space of, let's say around about 7 hours,
oh my God.
I have died 50 times. Yes, that's a lot, but to be fair, it's an old game I've never played before, you know?
That's fair. I know for me, there's been games where I've died like 100 times in that same amount of time, and I'm just like, what am I doing?
It's so good though, that's the thing. Like, you don't want to stop. Because you know for a fact, it's like you're so close to passing a level, and you just want to keep going, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm like with Metal Gear at the moment.
Oh, you know what I used to do?
Go on.
I used to especially with the PlayStation 2 era games, I didn't have a memory card at the time.
Oh, I know where this is going.
And I would have to I would have to go to school the next day. I would turn the TV off and leave the PS2 running the whole night that I had to go to sleep, and then the entire day while I was at school, I'd come back home, pray that there wasn't a power outage.
I know exactly that feeling because I've been there.
Oh my gosh. And then I finally got a memory card and I was like, yes, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I can actually save my games.
When I got my PS2, funnily enough, I did get, I don't remember, did I have a memory card? I don't know. It was from about 2007 is when I got my PS2. But I remember I've been in the same boat many of times. What game did you do it the most? Because I can tell you mine. You'll find mine funny.
Ace Combat 5.
GTA 3.
Oh, really?
That was my first ever game, was GTA 3.
Oh god, remember those?
Explain a few things.
remember like the PS2 era GTA games where like you had written out all of the cheat codes on a piece of paper?
No, I didn't cheat because to be fair, I didn't really have GTA for a long amount of time because when my parents finally found out what it was, they took it away, you know? I used to play it at my friend's house. That's what
I never owned it. I had to play it at a friend's. But they had like a whole sheet of paper and it was like different inputs. And I was like, what is this for? And they're like, oh yeah, cheat code. So I can spawn a tank. And I'm like, what? You can do that?
I just like
you can do that in games?
I'm trying to think of. I'm also grew up in racing games. To be fair though, you don't really have cheat codes in racing games. It's either you get better at the game or it's just nah.
Oh yeah, no, same.
Mind you, Gran Turismo 4, no, like that's a big racing game I grew up with. Oh, we know to find our cheat codes for it. 20 years later.
I grew up with NASCAR 2005 and
the Ross Chastain game.
Yeah, I forgot about the fact that he said that he played 05.
Did you play it on GameCube as well?
No, I played it on PS2.
There you go.
But I remember growing up with that, and it was just there was no cheat codes. It was literally you just got good.
I don't know. I ever played 05. I've only played a handful of NASCAR games. I think Thunder 04 is the only PS2 one I've actually played.
I think Thunder 04 is probably the best PS2 era game, honestly. Like 05 was unique because you had the ally rival thing with the share draft and intimidate options if you were drafting someone. And then 2006 was it was unique because you could switch back and forth between different cars on the team. I never owned that game though.
I just like my Forzas, like my old school Forzas.
I never got to play the old school Forzas.
See, as I had a 360, I never got to play GT like 5 and 6.
You know why? You know what I didn't get? When I got my Xbox?
When
Halo 4 came out?
I mean, to be fair, that's a decent game.
I legitimately, it was for Christmas, and it was the Halo 4 edition Xbox 360.
When did that come? I'm trying to remember when did Halo 4 come out? 2012?
Yeah.
Oh, what a guess.
Yeah.
You know what other game came out in 2012 that I know about?
What?
Forza Horizon 1.
Oh my god.
That's when I got Xbox Live.
Funny enough, I had stopped playing racing games around that time. I kind of took a break. I still played like NASCAR 14 like 2 years later.
Was it Thumping the Line? Something you know the one I mean.
Yeah, there was NASCAR 2011 the game, then there was NASCAR Inside Line the next year.
That one, yes.
Yeah, I had that one on the PlayStation. So it was like if I wanted to do racing games, I went to the PS3. If I wanted to play like Halo, I was playing the 360.
You're one of the people who had playing both sides. That's what I miss with the old days. Is when they had like console wars, when the consoles were actually good. Instead of Nintendo and PlayStation, and everyone forgets Xbox exists.
Yeah, Xbox exists, but like a lot of their games you can just play on PC.
Yeah, that's why I keep forgetting the Series X exists. The only thing I want from this generation, besides the two consoles I already have, is the Xbox mini fridge.
Yeah.
I want that, one of them.
Yes, can I have it?
No, I want to get one. That's the thing.
I know I want one.
That or I wanted one of the old school Red Bull mini fridges.
Oh
You know
gosh,
the
that would be
ones.
cool. I do enjoy Red Bull. Like I've had a Red
Even
Bull.
just for regular drinks.
Yeah.
It'd still be sick to have.
I mean, I've had a Red Bull, right? Because I used to do like fighting game tournaments,
Yeah.
and Red Bull goes out to a lot of fighting game tournaments. I
What's your
actually
favorite
do.
fighting game?
What's up?
What's your favorite fighting game?
Uh,
Now, this is where we'll cause a war of what series do you stand the most?
my favorite that I've played, Melty Blood Type Lumina, is, and that's tied with Under
In
Night.
fact, I knew that. For the simple reason is I remember I was driving in my car. I remember I was listening to the episode with Ruby, and I remember you saying that.
Yeah, because
So there you go.
Ruby played Actress Again Current Code. I never did play that. I want to, but I never did get a chance to play it.
See, I didn't really do fighting games. I only did like the very odd fighting game.
The only
I remember I did go to I remember at the Scottish Museum in Edinburgh it did a thing about games, and I remember I think they had a Street Fighter 2. I could be wrong. It could be a Street Fighter 2 or Super Street Fighter 2 arcade machine they had there. That was pretty fun.
yeah.
So yeah, that or sometimes Dead or Alive 5.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Try to think of Tekken, but I never really played Tekken, so I'd be lying if I said Tekken.
I couldn't get into Tekken. I think I've played it a handful of times, but I could never get into it.
You know what games I like outside of racing games? FPS.
Yes.
What is your go-to FPS? You say Call of Duty, then we're no longer friends. Modern Call of Duty, that is.
God, retro Call of Duty.
Good.
Like,
Which one in particular?
I'm gonna sound super basic for saying it. Modern Warfare 2. Like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, and Black Ops 2 are my favorites.
Funny enough, me and Greg still play Black Ops 2. We do 1v1s in that. It's fun.
Oh god, Black Ops 2 was like peak Call of Duty. Like, not just for like the game itself, but also like the esports scene. Like, you cannot convince me that Black Ops 2 was not the peak of Call of Duty and Call of Duty esports.
I'm trying to think what other FPSs. I played Halo and COD. That's the two.
Yeah, that's the two main ones I've played. I've gotten into like Insurgency Sandstorm recently.
In fact, you know what my favorite FPS game is?
What's that?
This will be more of an oddball pick. Super Hot.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
That one's pretty fun.
You know what game I'd love to try and play? I never had the chance to play. Mirror's Edge.
I've got a story for you.
Oh, I gotta hear this now.
It's so whenever it's like a Steam sale, I think to myself, what games should I stream, which I think would be fun to stream. I bought Mirror's Edge and Mirror's Edge Catalyst because they were both in the winter sale. The same with Mafia, the Definitive Collection, which I fun enough completed off stream because I got addicted playing the first one. I swear I will stream that game one day, but it's too close to me actually finishing the game already because I've already done it recently. But I bought Mirror's Edge. I got stuck in the tutorial level. That game's hard. I started playing off stream just to see if would it actually good enough to play on stream. Like you'd have you could sort of fake reactions for the first like little bit, then you have natural reactions later on. But yeah, I just can't play it. I'm just horrible at it.
You do the strategy of, oh yeah, this is my genuine reaction the first time, and then you stream it. It's like, let me try and recreate that.
It's not bad. There is some games like Metal Gear, actual genuine first reactions. Died 50 times within 7 hours.
But it's like those games. It's those games where you're like, I don't know if this would be good to stream, and then you start to play, and then you're like, oh yeah, I could stream this. So you have to like fake your, because I've been guilty of doing that once or twice.
It's like either it's going to be fun to stream, or I don't think it'll be fun to stream, but I still find it a fun game to play.
Yeah.
So that's what I was with Mafia, like Mafia 1. It's funny enough, I already completed Mafia 2 years ago, like the original before the Definitive Edition. So I already knew what that game was like. I wanted to try the first one, but I just got hooked and just kept playing it.
That's like me with Kerbal. You know, I was like, oh, Kerbal's a fun game, but I could never see myself like streaming it again because I tried that once and it was boring. Like trying to stream it from like a viewer perspective, it was boring. But I also fall into the trap of sometimes I don't really talk a lot and I just hyper focus on the game.
Yeah, it's good though from time to time.
But like Kerbal's my go-to for like if I just want to, because it's a fun game, but it's my go-to to like just relax for myself.
Yeah,
it's definitely a video, or it's definitely a game that's not really suited for streaming, really, unless you can make it super entertaining. But it's like either by playing for yourself, or if you do like a video content for it, you know, that's where it really shines, because you can like plan out something to make a video out of instead of streaming it.
You know what game I'm planning on playing after the Metal Gear series?
No, what?
Max Payne.
Really?
So I have the first. Well, I have all three. So that's the ones I'm gonna play next, I think.
What would be a game series that you've never played before that you would want to play on stream?
That's a good question. Game series. I can think of individual games, but I don't think series. I think Metal Gear was probably above like the top one. Maybe the next one in line would probably be Uncharted, maybe.
Okay.
Like I said, I had an Xbox, so like PlayStation series are like an unknown for me. I'm trying to think of game series I haven't tried. How about you?
Ace Combat, because I've played it and I know I have fun with it, and I've done like individual games from Ace Combat. Like I've streamed 7. I've streamed. It's not technically an Ace Combat game, but I've streamed Project Wingman.
I've heard about that one.
Oh, it's fun. I recommend it. I wish we would get the Frontline 52 extra content on PC already, please. So it's still a PlayStation exclusive a year later.
I think I know some people maybe would want me to try and Final Fantasy. I've never done that one before either.
Ooh, which one?
I don't know. That's the thing.
I know everyone's gonna be like, oh, 7. It's like, well,
or the newest one.
Oh yeah. 16, or is 16 not out yet?
I have no clue. I've not tried Crash Bandicoot either. That's another one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
The more games I name, the more you're going to realize, wait a minute, he already plays racing games. I'm trying to think of other ones.
I'd love to play Kingdom Hearts 4 when that comes out.
I've only tried one of them before. It seemed decent.
It's very... The lore is very complicated.
You know what I'd actually love to stream?
What?
It wouldn't be natural reactions, per se. Maybe as I have played them in the past, but I think it would be something different, because I don't think I've ever saw VTubers stream these before.
Mm-hmm.
You know the I'm not sure if you know, but you know back in the day, like EA, when they used to have the James Bond license?
Yes!
Yes, the PS2 ones.
Oh, okay.
That's FPSs I actually grew up playing. That's the ones I did have.
Oh, no. You know what? You know what game I would love to stream?
Agent Under Fire, Nightfire, with Rushel from Off.
Same vein. Do you know what I would love to stream?
Go on.
Spy Hunter.
Spy Hunter?
Yeah, Spy Hunter.
I thought you were going to say Time Splitters.
No. Spy Hunter. Do you know that one?
Let me see.
It was a PS2 era game. It's almost like a James Bond game, but it was like
Oh, I have. You know, I used to own that. Now I'm looking at the front cover.
I had a friend that owned it, and I got to play it at their house. And I never got to own a copy, but like it was so fun.
I'll be honest with you, I don't remember anything about it.
I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack was great. Hold on.
I'm just looking at the front cover, and I see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's all I have to know.
The car was amazing too. I remember that because I had fun with the driving section, because the car had like a ton of weapons on it, and like the car would automatically like turn into a boat.
Here's more of an oddball question. What is the hardest driving game? It's not particularly racing, but what's the hardest driving game you've ever played?
Ooh.
I wonder if we'll have the same answer.
I had a hard time when I was younger, and this could have been just me being young. Need for Speed Carbon.
Ah, interesting. I'm not sure if you're in the know. There's a game I had when I was a kid, which I still find pain. Even to this day, I still find hard to play. You ever heard of Stuntman?
Oh my god, yes! Okay, can I change my answer? Because I didn't think about Stuntman.
I see, I've unlocked something from the past.
Oh my god, dude. I owned Stuntman.
Same. And that is a game I'm still having played to this day.
I've never completed it. I was stuck on oh gosh, what was the level?
Ignition was so much easier. I'm not even joking.
Yeah. No, Stuntman.
Ignition's front cover looks so much better though.
Stuntman was so difficult, man. I remember Stuntman now. Jeez.
Now we're just naming games that people have probably never heard of before.
Or just
never know.
dating ourselves here.
Perhaps we're naming games that people might try in the future. You never know.
You never know. If you try Stuntman, good luck. I recommend having some alcohol with it.
If you try Stuntman, what do we do? For whenever you fail, don't take a shot because you'll become an alcoholic.
No, you drink before you do the game, so that way, you have an excuse.
Maybe. I'm trying to think of other games I grew up playing I would find fun to stream. Maybe the Driver series, to be fair.
Okay, yeah.
Not. I would purposely skip Driver 3.
Valid.
I had friends in San Francisco growing up. That was fun.
You know what would be fun?
Go on.
Split Second.
If we're gonna say stuff like that, Blur as well.
Ooh, yeah.
I really want to get a license plate from a Driver San Francisco from the Dodge. You know, it has like every car has a Driver San Francisco plate.
Yeah.
I want to get that, but like just the actual plate. As we're talking about racing games, older racing games, here's a fun fact. By my model, there's actually a design that actually has something from a racing game.
Really?
Yes, because you can't really see it in my actual model because I don't have arms, but the original artwork actually has a gold wristband from Forza Horizon 1.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
The champion one.
Yeah.
So actually, now I think about it, has a second meaning.
Yeah, now that you're a champion.
So actually, yeah, it's something that a lot of people don't know is I do have that. So there you go. I remember when that game came out. That blew my fucking mind. I think it was one of the first ever racing games I played. It was open world. Even to this day, it's still just, I don't know. It's so good. Music especially.
Oh yeah.
It's probably what gonna be more interest in music.
I played the demo of Forza Horizon when it was first coming out.
Play the first one. So good.
Yeah. I played the demo because it was like literally like the first like 5 minutes where you're in the
VW Corrado, the Dodge Viper.
Yeah. God, I want to play it now.
I'll be honest with you, if I ever visit Corrado, the only thing I'd want to do is drive a Dodge Viper and just drive through like Denver or something.
As much as I love the Dodge Vipers in game, I would not want to drive one IRL just because those things are literal death traps.
That's one of the main reasons why I want to drive one.
I'm over here like, yeah, that thing's a death trap IRL. I don't want to drive it. You're over here like, yeah, I know it is. I want to drive it.
I mean, that's part of the main reason I like things like that. It's so terrifying, but it gives you such a thrill, you know?
Oh, that was me with roller coasters. Like I've got my brother
roller coasters.
My brother will not get on one at all. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, I want to go on that roller coaster. Let's go on that roller coaster.
It's the way it's for me is it's like I don't like being a passenger when it's someone's driving fast. But I like being the driver when I'm driving fast.
Oh, I feel that same way.
Mainly is you're mainly in the control of your own destiny at that point.
I don't like being a passenger in a car. I'd much prefer driving, which is weird to say because there's like, let me say it this way. I don't like driving at night, right? Because at least where I am, especially with like the LED headlights and stuff, because my eyes are so sensitive, it is very easy for me to get blinded by someone with their LED headlights. Especially if they forget that they have their brights on, which has happened before. I had someone that was like right behind me with their brights on as I'm driving at like 2:30 in the morning, and it ticked me off to no end.
Yeah.
But like actually driving, like if the roads are empty, I love it.
I can't confirm nor deny that I have driven above the speed limit at times. Yeah. Are you also in the same boat?
I'm in the same boat. I can't confirm nor deny that.
I mean, at least with my car, it's not fast. So like me going the speed limit still feels fast on the higher speed roads. I
mean, same for me. Because I don't have a fast car. So, but the engine sounds great whenever I get to higher RPMs, even though it's a inline 4-cylinder, I think.
Oh, you got an extra cylinder. I've got a free banger.
Yeah, but I forget if mine's an actual automatic or a CVT because Nissan.
Oh, you got was it Sentra?
Versa.
Versa.
Yeah, but it's the 2020. It's the first time they had a sport trim on the Versa. So it's the first time they had an SR version.
Do you have an SR version?
I do have the SR version.
I'm looking at pictures of this. This was like an Altima.
Yeah, I know. That's why I got it, because they look like an older Altima.
This looks like the most unassuming car I've ever saw in my life. This looks like it could be a giant sleeper with like the right parts.
I'm sure if you put the right parts in it, it could be on the same level as like the Honda Civic level sleepers. I'm talking like old school Honda Civic.
Yeah, my car is old. Yeah, my car is smaller. Yeah, I'll send you a picture of my car. Hold on. It's how should I put it? It doesn't look fast. It feels fast though.
Yeah. You know, growing up, I wanted to get a Mitsubishi Lancer.
I wanted a Mitsubishi FTO.
I wanted a Lancer, and then they stopped making the Lancer.
Mitsubishi moment.
And then Toyota came, and then it was Scion at the time. They came out with the FRS, and I wanted it. And then Scion's closed down.
I remember the GT86.
Yeah, and then Toyota was like, well, we're going to keep on making it. So, but we're calling it the GT86, and now they have the GR86.
It's practically looks like my car. It's not my car, but it looks pretty much identical.
Oh, okay. That is small.
It feels fun. It's so cheap for insurance, like not insurance, cheap for road tax, only £20 a year.
Oh wow, y'all have a road tax?
Yeah, we have to pay road tax here.
£20
a year road tax and insurance. I've got the best insurance you can get. It only costs $1,000 a year.
See, we don't have that here. I mean, it comes out of our taxes, like our regular taxes, and then that goes to like the roads and stuff. Like, you know, when we have if we buy something, sales tax, and then that tax goes to like the roads and stuff. But we don't have like a specific road tax for like when you like, oh yeah, you have this car, you owe this much for road tax. We don't have that.
I feel sorry for your editor. You know, we said it'd be like 1 to 2 hours. It's already 2.5 hours already.
And here you were at the beginning of this being super nervous, like, oh gosh, I feel nervous.
Yeah, but
now we're just like.
The thing is, though, you kind of finesse it in such a way of where you try and get me to talk about myself by making it very subtle. I've noticed what you've been doing.
I can't spill all of my secrets, okay?
What was it? You can't show all your cards just yet.
Exactly. A magician never tells their secrets.
I'm playing against the house, aren't I?
The house always wins.
I love Need for Speed Payback as well. That's a joke I hate. Like,
honestly,
I'm not a big Need for Speed person, to be fair.
Honestly, like Most Wanted and Carbon are my favorite story-wise. I did play the Rivals was a good one too. I liked Rivals, but that wasn't really like story driven, you know.
I like Pro Street.
Yeah, Pro Street was good.
I think what other games do I like? Which are non-racing games I want to stream? I'm still trying to think of an answer to that question. I guess maybe Halo. I haven't played the second, third, or fourth one. Only the original.
If you ever want someone to do a co-op Halo with, hit me up because I'm down. I love playing Halo.
I'd love to like host something like we all do like Halo 1 or something. Like because I used to in school we used to do like LAN parties.
Yes.
We do something like that. We all VTuber only lobby.
I'm down for that. If you host that, let me know because I am so down. Oh, that reminded me of something. I was in a computer science class and someone had a copy of Halo on a flash drive. They gave everyone this copy of Halo.
That's exactly what happened in my class as well.
We all just booted up on a computer and we're just playing Halo. And I remember one time the school administrators walked into the classroom and everyone was like, "Oh crap." But it was an AP class. We were all done already. And they were like, "What are y'all doing?" It's like, "We're already done with our work." What do you mean? We're an AP class. We get done in like April. Oh.
Carry on.
They literally couldn't really get in trouble because all of our curriculum was already done.
You know what? You want to take that one step further? And the last day of school before what do you call it? Before the summer break.
Yeah.
We had that, but we also had our teacher join in as well. You could just see it on the projector. You could just see him on.
We had that.
Like, you know, most people wouldn't screen pick. It's kind of hard when the teacher's using a fucking projector, so you can kind of see where he is.
We had oh god, I remember I had hosted the anime club at my school. Like I had created it, and the teacher that was our sponsor, because you have to have a teacher as the like overseer of the club.
Yeah.
we had him help us figure out, because he was also my game design teacher, and we had to figure out with him how to hook up a Nintendo, I think it was the Wii U. Yeah, it was the Wii U. We had to figure out how to hook up a Wii U, and we were hosting a Smash Brothers tournament.
I think myself, no, I thought you were going to say the 3DSs. I know they had a 3DS anime channel back in the day.
Oh yeah, they did.
The only reason I know that because I watched an anime on that. It was the Inazuma 11.
Oh my god. I remember that.
Imagine getting a projector with a fucking 3DS.
Do you remember the like music video channel that they would have too on the 3DS?
Nah.
I
remember the anime one. That's the one I remember.
Yeah, they had a video channel on the 3DS that you could watch other like videos on. And that was literally how I saw the music video for Castle of Glass from Linkin Park. It was the first time I'd ever heard the song, and that was how I heard it, was on my 3DS.
I'm just laughing. I'm looking at Twitter right now. It's day 217 is screen maxing my toddler. Oh my god. As funny as this is sadly like true. That's the thing.
Oh my god.
Yep.
As funny as it is, this is also sad.
There is so much shit posting on Twitter. It's unreal.
The Twitter is just Twitter, man. Like honestly, I only see like the VTuber side of Twitter nowadays, and that's it. Every now and then I'll get like the change, like something from like normie Twitter, if I could call it that without getting canceled.
Normie Twitter. Ah, yes. Basic Twitter basic. This is a game I'm thinking about streaming. There is an answer. It's not a series. It's an indie game. I think it'd be pretty cool to stream.
Ooh.
It's like a N64 kind of thing.
Kind of like GoldenEye.
Yeah. I think that's the main inspiration. That and I think it's Dying Light.
Yeah.
Dying Light. Well, hold on, not Dying Light. What am I talking about? It's what is the game I'm thinking of? Was it Perfect Dark? Yeah, Perfect Dark.
I don't remember.
It is Perfect Dark because I think it was also made by Rare. You know, it's funny how it's supposed to be a Racing Vtuber podcast. we barely talked about racing. It's mostly about random things like supermarkets, retro games.
I mean, it is also a podcast for like racing VTubers, which you qualify for, so
barely.
You know, it's like the Trash Taste podcast, you know? It started off as just an anime podcast, and then it's just like off the rails now. This was an anime podcast. We're no longer an anime podcast.
I don't know where to start with anime, you know?
Yeah. I didn't know that I had been waiting for season 2 of MF Ghost.
Isn't that like the new episode came out like this weekend?
Yeah, episode 2 came out. I think that's coming out either today or tomorrow. But like season 2, I should say of season 2, so episode 14 technically.
I'm to renew the Crunchyroll subscription.
I still have mine, so that's why I was able to watch the episode from last week. I didn't know that it already started airing until like I saw the intro song on my YouTube recommended. I'm like, wait, hold up, second season? It's already started, and I didn't know. You know
what's funny? I used to read the manga.
Really?
So I've already read like the majority of what's happened in anime so far.
I want to read the manga.
I read it years ago, so I don't really remember what happened, but I've read things that happened.
I do know that it's a sequel to Initial D.
I used to, fun enough, as you mentioned Initial D, I said this in the live stream a few days ago, fun enough. I used to own and run the Initial D Reddit Discord server.
Really?
For some time. Yes. It's called Initial Drift at the time. I used to be the owner and founder.
That's awesome. What was it like to own that?
I'll be honest with you, I wasn't there like half the time because I went and did other things. So when I was there, it was fun. But when it got to the point of where I had exams at school and it got so big, I couldn't really keep an eye on it anymore. So I give it away, you know?
Right. The
thing is, I don't even really regret it either. I'm actually kind of glad I gave it away because I'll be honest with you, I don't really want to be an owner or something that big, you know?
No, I understand that, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, right. I did want to ask this because I almost forgot to ask it.
Go on.
Retirement. Because I heard contract negotiations yesterday. Are you actually retired from track, or are you going to be coming back?
Quote-unquote contractual negotiations for next season have already been done. That's all I'm gonna say.
Not even what series?
Not even gonna say what series.
Oh man, all right.
But everyone who listens to this who is a Racing Vtuber can already guess what it is.
I'm assuming V-Track.
No comment.
Oh man.
I hope I've been entertaining, by the way. I hope I've not been too boring.
Boring? No. Definitely not. If you were boring, I don't think we would have been like recording for over 2.5 hours right now.
I haven't I was been rambling. I think you know what you might have to do. Your editor might have to make this into 2 parts. You know what I can claim? That I can claim I'm the first person who took that long. I get 2 parts.
You're the first one to hit over the 2 hours, 2.5 hour mark. Because X-Ring was like 2 hours 15, but you're solidly over the 2.5 minute or 2.5 hour mark.
You know what's funny? That must say I must blabber more than a whole entire racing team does. I am the yapper.
I thought we were going to have the shorter episodes again after Ruby came on. Nope, we're back to the super long episodes.
All I'm gonna say is the person I will be teaming up with is someone who I am very excited to team up with.
Ooh, all right.
I mean, considering something I've said earlier in the stream, and yes, if you're watching this on YouTube, good luck. You'll have to go back and scroll through the episode because I've already said who it was.
I'm not gonna repeat it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat it because I'm lazy.
I'm not gonna repeat it just because you said that.
And I like speculation. That's what I like.
I need the watch time, so I'm not gonna say it.
I have said who I'm gonna be partnering up with, but as they have name dropped, they would like to team up with me before. I've already got it sorted for next season, so yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Good luck going back through the episode for that. On the road to getting monetized by just having the podcast. Let's go.
The 3-hour episode. You know what? As I'm looking at the time right now, you know, we probably could get us to 3 hours.
We could.
You know what? Let's make this 3 hours.
Oh my god, I don't know if my PC can handle it. It's already Audition is already trying to struggle to stay updated on how long the recording is right now.
Hold on, where is? I need to get a certain meme. This is your editor right now. Where's the where is it? Where is the meme? Yes, there it is. Perfect. This is going to be your editor, trimming this and editing this entire thing.
Oh. Yes.
Who is your editor? I'm curious. Is it someone I know?
No, it's a friend of mine. Oh man, I hope Audition didn't crap out on me because it's doing the not responding thing now.
Uh-oh.
So
you know, you could always stop it and restart it.
We could. I might do that actually.
Hold on. Tell me when you stop it, so then I know when to say radio silent, so then you could just say it's natural as continuing.
All right, we started again.
Okay, where were we? Yes, I wasn't. For anyone wondering, yes, I was silent the entire thing. I sent emojis. I was committing to the bit. What can I say?
We're committed to the bit. By the way, that first part, 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Number 20 minutes.
Not too fun. Not too much longer now. Editor, I'm so sorry.
I'm also sorry.
This is the first podcast that they're going to be editing because the previous episodes I was working by myself and I was like, yeah, I'll give you the audio for the next episode and that can be your first one, and it's gonna be a monster of a recording.
You've not thrown them in the deep end. You've thrown them in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, forget the deep end of the pool. We're going into the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
You're gonna go and find Titanic today, if you like it or not.
We'll give you a submersible that was built better than the Titan. It's fine.
This one won't be controlled by a Logitech controller.
If it is, it'll be a better quality Logitech controller, okay? It won't be wireless. We'll say that too. It will not be a wireless controller.
Don't worry, this one will be charged. It won't have those little prong things on the thumbsticks.
Oh my god, I can't believe they added that onto this. Oh god.
I mean, any joke we could possibly make has already been made.
I feel like I'm gonna get demonetized, but at the same time, I'm not even monetized, so what's it matter?
True.
I'm just gonna get canceled instead. That's what it is. How dare you make fun of the... Listen.
I mean, to be fair, they're not going to cancel you because any other episode they've had, they're not going to cancel you. They're going to cancel me instead. Please don't cancel me. It's not like I barely stream already. Oh, I'm an asshole. I love it.
Oh man, you're definitely
asshole, yes.
Yeah, the best in terms of like just the amount of laughs and tangents we've been on.
See, I know everyone's trying to be professional in here. Fuck it. Why not be unprofessional? Makes it funnier. Makes it more memorable.
We ball, that's what's going on.
We are fucking around and flying out in this podcast.
This is the episode to do it. Lucky number 7.
Oh, I'm lucky number 7. Let's go.
Yeah, lucky number 7.
Damn, we made 7 of these things. It's gonna be 3 hours long. Oh god. You know what you could do for a meme? You cut it into like 3 bits every 7 episodes.
You know what I can say too with this episode?
Go on.
I officially have more episodes than the Hollow Stars Ian podcast had.
I'm pretty sure you also have more episodes than the Hawk Tua one as well.
Well, I started before the Hawk Tua. I would hope so.
I mean, to be fair, it's some person who made one meme who's going to become irrelevant next month.
Fun fact, did you know that most podcasts don't make it to like their 50th episode?
Oh, I know that.
A lot of people didn't know that. I learned that from Trash Taste when they did their 50 episode special.
I just guessed, because whenever I looked online, I honestly saw like 10 episodes before I quit.
I want to say like the only ones that are more than like 50 episodes are like your like D&D
sports ones.
Yeah, sports, D&D.
Hold on, I'm curious now.
I think maybe Welcome to Night Vale as well. But that's because the format of Welcome to Night Vale is more of like a radio show kind of thing, you know?
How many has there been? Is there a way to count how many there's been?
For what?
For a podcast.
Oh, God, no, because
there is not a way to count.
Because I was about to say there's not really, because you'd have to go through Spotify, iTunes.
Oh, they don't have more
YouTube?
things on iTunes. I'm trying to count the ones on Spotify.
Yeah. So you wouldn't even find this one because this one's a YouTube only podcast.
For now.
For now.
Just imagine you're listening to us on Spotify, Audible.
If I could
try to think what else.
If I could figure out a way to get this onto Spotify, I would.
You could totally run this on Twitch. If you can't think of Evan stream one day, you could totally just stream one of these recording sessions.
I was thinking of doing that for
you could do a live Q&A. Think about that.
I was thinking of doing that for next week actually, because fun fact, Saturday the 19th, I officially get 1 year older.
You're gonna have your brother as the special guest.
Oh god, I've done streams with my brother. That's been fun.
I thought you were just about to name drop your brother there, but I think you just held yourself back there.
I almost did. I have name dropped him in my streams before, but no, I'm not gonna do that. I will name drop his actual like Twitch channel though. So I've been on stream with MPS before. That is my brother. I also just call him Kai Bro half the time.
So his name is Kai. Got it.
No. So like, you know, Kaito.
Yo, your brother's Paul Kai. No way. No way. Who would have guessed? Maybe that's how we try to get into Yukai.
Hey, I'd like to get into Yukai. Yes, Paulu's my brother.
I mean, I could maybe work.
Yeah, except for the fact that that'd be a total lie.
You never know. It might be like a long lost brother. Who knows?
Oh god, nah. I might have MPF on as a special guest for next week. I don't know, but I did think about doing a live version of the podcast for next week as like a little Q&A thing.
Who would be the special guest joining you? Is a good question. Or would it just be you?
Other than my brother, I don't have one.
You know, we'll start going through the family members. Special edition episodes.
No, there's no way I could convince. I could not convince my parents to do this. So that's on automatic out.
They would find it funny though. You have to admit.
It would be funny, but there's no way I can get them on.
They'd accidentally name drop you.
They already do that. even when I tell them I'm streaming. Luckily, my microphone's not picked it up half the time.
Half the time. Other half. Oh no.
Yeah, luckily that other half is on VODs that have been since deleted.
Have been since edited.
And I didn't delete them, okay? That was because the time ran out on the VOD. I don't really delete my VODs. I think the only VOD I ever like deleted on purpose was the Bathurst race for TGT.
That bad?
Yeah, that bad.
I've been there before.
What was you say, now that you've said that, now I'm curious, what is a stream that you've been upset with that you deleted the VOD for?
Well, there's been a few races, but I'll be honest, the way I see it now is there's no point in me deleting it because I can use that stream to see where I've went wrong and I can learn from it, you know?
Yeah. I think for me, the reason I deleted the Bathurst one wasn't because of it being like a bad race per se. It was some stuff that could be heard on the mic from roommate / parent that was at the house at the time.
Yeah.
And then my overall mood near the end of it.
Oh, I got it.
Where I didn't feel comfortable leaving that VOD up for how I conducted myself. And that's why I took it down.
See, I'm quite lucky for what I've done.
Oh,
my VTuber name.
I see.
Can you guess what my name is?
I mean, that's obviously Jordan Brunch.
I mean, yeah, okay. Brunch is not my real last name, but yes, Jordan is my real name. Yes.
I was gonna say no. Brunch is your real last name. You just have an undercover last name that you use when you're not VTubing.
Of course. FleshTuber, non-FleshTuber, non-stream name.
Exactly. It's the name you use when you're undercover.
Undercover. When I'm inside with the ops. I'm just trying to think myself. I'm starting to run out of things to say to try and seem funny now.
I think we've reached the point of like we're running out of topics now.
So what's your favorite grocery store to shop in?
Oh god, alright.
Before we go to Tesco's.
Before we fully go brain dead from recording for so long, what are some like upcoming plans that you've got for your streams or for racing or anything in general in the life of Jordan Brunch? What do you got coming up?
So I will say Petite Le Mans next weekend. Excited for that one. More Metal Gear because everyone likes it. I like it. I bought a few games today.
Jordan, yes. I found a weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Cardboard box. You don't know how tempted I am to get a cardboard box.
It is essential for all stealth missions.
I'm so tempted to get artwork with my model in a cardboard box.
Do it.
That or dress up a snake. Or both.
Both.
I will get something with Whiff though. Artwork with Whiff.
You enlist
something Metal Gear.
You enlist with the cardboard box.
Yes. I think you'd find that was funny.
That would be amazing.
Everyone in Mirai in cardboard boxes. Other things, so Petite Le Mans, more Metal Gear. Here's more interesting one. Perhaps running more the Mirai Twitter, because recently, I think the last, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 4 tweets have all been me.
Really?
Shit posting. The last 2 ones are quote ones, and both from streams that Whiff has done. I like the if you don't want me at my Casey Kane, you don't deserve me at my Casey Kerwin with Ruska.
Yes, that's so good.
And the Frankie one, have you tried Oreos dipped in nacho cheese?
That was you?
I mean, yeah, I made them.
Oh my god.
It's just random things that happen. Like when I look at the Indy 6 hour one during the race, you know the meme with the pipe with the leaky thing and like the whole stream car at the other end.
Yes.
Yeah, I made that one as well.
Oh my god.
So I've been, as I may not be active much on my own Twitter, I've been active on the Mirai Twitter. Get posting. I keep forgetting this isn't live, so I can't say, hey, if you find the tweets funny.
Yeah, right.
Tell me if I should make more.
No, we can say that because they can go into the comment section. You got to drive up that interaction.
True. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you share on every social media.
Oh my god, website. You don't have to go that far. Right.
Make sure you hand out flyers of this podcast to your neighbors.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if I had flyers though?
Make sure you hang up posters of this podcast in any corkboard you can find.
Could you imagine if I had like a business card for the podcast and just handed it out at TwitchCon?
Get a booth. Do a psycho. Get a booth. Have a TV. Run with the episode podcast in the background.
If I do a booth, I want to do it better. Oh, oops.
How did
Sorry.
they do it?
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
Alright. Well, hold on. No,
I should not have name dropped I should not have name dropped a company like a corporate agency because oh my god, I'm gonna get so much flack from like fans now.
Is this just a wall with pictures of characters?
Are you looking at the Anime Expo booth?
I'm looking at this right now.
Yes, with the life size figures.
I can do so much better. It's unreal.
I should not have name dropped me. I'm sorry. Better. I'm sorry. I'm gonna apologize in advance. It just came out because that's usually what happens when I'm talking with my friends. Is I just name drop.
Nah, we're back in the beef. Nah, screw the apologies. We're back in the beef. This is garbage. We could do better. This is so depressing. Oh my god. I prefer Cycles. Cycles looks actually like.
You know what was worse? Cozy. You know what was worse?
What?
Do you know what was across the literally directly across from that booth?
What was across from it?
The height booth.
Psycho Kaiser.
No, the height booth with Doki Bird.
Oh my god. See, I don't know much about outside of Racing Vtubers, but I get that one. Oh god.
Yeah, it was bad. Anime Expo was bad. If you were an EG fan, Anime Expo was bad.
They're back in the beef. We are back in the beef.
I'm gonna sponsor Mirai's booth if y'all ever do like Anime Expo.
Racing VTuber podcast.
Yeah,
running the background.
Racing VTuber. Yeah, it'd literally be Mirai VTuber Racing Team booth powered by Racing.
I think you mean
Racing VTuber Rundown.
Project Mirai.
Oh my god, we're not bringing that back. We are not bringing back Project Mirai.
See, I was so tempted to name drop at the start. I was introducing myself. Well, I should have introduced myself. To everyone watching, to new people watching, they probably don't know who I am. They just think I'm some random person you pulled off the street.
Oh god.
We 100% forgot to introduce me.
I thought I introduced you.
Did we?
I thought I name dropped you. I don't remember now. This was almost 3 hours ago now.
Project Mirai. Yeah, I'm a guy from Project Mirai.
Oh my god! I can't believe that's still on like a memory now. And now it's gonna haunt me anytime I go and do an episode with anyone from Mirai.
Project Mirai. You know, I'm gonna tell him if you ever go on Kaito's podcast, make sure you're part of Project Mirai, not Mirai United. Project Mirai.
Oh god!
I'm the second solo Mirai member you've had on.
Yeah.
You had Ruby first.
I had Ruby first.
And you have me. I feel sorry for you for having me.
At this point, I kind of want to add you as like a permanent co-host now.
See, I'm what the people want. See, I would have been interesting the X-Ring one because I don't really know who they are. I know them from their previous guys. I don't know them for their current guys. Let's say I have raced a few of them in the past. Yeah.
I know Psycho brought up the Green Man like 2 episodes ago.
His arch nemesis. I also brought the Green Man. I mean, I said his name on the stream earlier.
Well, you don't talk about Brands Hatch.
No, funny enough, I was actually in that race.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that happen.
Oh no.
That's why I find the memes even funnier, because I was there when it happened.
No. Oh
no. I mean, me and Psychoman being in the same VC when that happened as well.
Oh no.
Oh, the Twitter art break was not funny, but watching
in the moment
memes after was hilarious.
Yeah. In the moment, it was not great.
Not in the moment. No, it's like, it's kind of sad. Like, championship battles going down to that.
Yeah.
But you see the memes after, it's fucking hilarious. Psycho has a knack for making memes. Like, you ever see the one he made a meme of me?
I think so. Yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, I remember now. Oh god.
It's funny when you search up Psycho Kaiser. The first video I see is me. Brunch special. It's too funny. It's so dumb. That's why I find it funny.
It's so good.
Are you actually making this 2 parts because of how long it is?
I've made the recording 2 parts, but I don't know about the actual episode.
You might have to at this point.
Yeah. If my editor has to at this point.
Can I get to say I'm the first one who got 2 parts because I'm that funny?
We were literally like killing my PC. We were killing Audition.
Death to destruction.
We were killing audition with how long we were going. It was legitimately like freezing up on the, like, I got the no, not responding, and I was worried like for a good chunk of the podcast that it's not recorded.
At least, let's be fair. At least, if you want me to say a dark, humorous joke, at least, thank God, it's not a heart rate monitor saying no response. That'd be kind of fucked up.
I think we got our dark joke quota out of the way with the whole Titan sub thing.
We're always scratching the surface. I love dark humor. If people said half the things I said, yeah, I'd be cancelled.
Yeah, half the things that we've said when not in the podcast. It'd be like, if we said it in the podcast, this is the final episode of Racing Vtuber Rundown, guys.
This is why we have a Patreon. This is why people can see the dark humor content. This is why you should follow Kaito Nessa on Patreon.
Oh my god, you're gonna make me want to create a Patreon now just for like unedited versions.
Yeah, you never know. You might be a nice little side income, you know? Maybe
I might do a thing where I start like recording, and then like whatever happens before the official like recording session of the podcast. So like when we first start the VC, I'd start recording and do like the audio checks and stuff, and whatever like bloopers or whatever happens before the actual recording.
Bloopers, this entire 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of it now. There's so many things you could do for Patreon though.
There
like
is
bloopers that you said. You could the mic checks.
Yeah, the mic checks.
People were saying mic check.
I could do like a tier for like custom like.
You could also hold like a poll or something and see who you want on next.
Yeah, you're right.
They call me a marketing genius. I call myself untapped potential.
I don't know what I'm doing. I may have been content creating for like over 10 years at this point, but I still don't know what I'm doing.
I've came up with too many business ideas for my workplace. Let's say if I brought up half of them, they may reconsider. Maybe not reconsider having me as an employee, but maybe reconsider as some of the things we do.
Oh my god.
To be fair, my ideas, you could probably make more money in that business.
I feel that's the case with like my job too. Because there's like some things where I'm like, why are we doing this? This is dumb. We're gonna like, this makes no sense. You'd make more money doing this.
I think I know some fish and chip shops sell like just like I think some other restaurants as well, just like scraps of sorts. I think myself like if you sell damaged products but just sell them at reduced price, you could still make money.
Oh gosh, that reminds me of like there's a fast food chain in America. It's called Captain D's.
Captain D's.
Yeah, Captain D's.
One of the only ones I actually haven't heard of.
Yeah, but it's like seafood.
I think I've heard like a YouTube story like this where it's like they sell like the the small tiny French fries you get.
Yeah.
It's like that they sell.
No. I mean, it sort of, but no. What it is it's they sell the excess flakes that come off the like when they fry the fish.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. You can get what they call a boat of cracklin.
A boat
of cracklin.
A boat of cracklin.
Yeah. And it's only like I think like $1 or something. But it's it's literally just the excess like fried it's like literally the excess bit that was off of the fried fish. That's just like the like after they fry up the fish, and it's like that extra bit of the batter that fried and just fell off of the fish.
Yes.
Yeah, it's that's literally it.
Well, I now have new pronouns on Discord. I hope you like the new pronouns.
Oh my god, let me see.
I want people to refer to me as a boat of cracklins.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to send that screenshot to my editor to add that in.
Boat of cracklins.
Boat of cracklins.
Are they American? Like, do they know what a boat of cracklins is?
Yes. They're American.
They might find that fun, amusing as well.
Oh god, we've officially hit past 3 hours now for 5 minutes.
At this rate, I think we are going to kill your PC.
I mean, I've already
joking. There's been
made the
races shorter than this stream. Not stream. This podcast.
This podcast is longer than my first endurance race.
That's a flex and a half.
Okay. Before we end up killing my PC and
is,
the editor,
It's me. I feel like both of us don't know how to wrap this up. That's the thing.
Yeah,
That's
right.
We keep going.
Oh god. All right. Before we end up killing both my PC and the editor, where can everyone find you at?
I don't know. My house.
What are you?
Oh, you mean social media?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just go to Jordan's house, everyone. That's where you'll find Jordan.
True. I mean, they're not wrong. You find me at my house or at work.
Oh god, what are your what socials can they find you at, Ben?
Fuck knows who uses social media. You can find me on hold on. Where is it?
I know there's your Twitch.
You can find me on where is it?
I need like the Jeopardy music playing in the background right now.
Yes. Add that in.
I love how we're just telling love how we're telling him to just add stuff in.
This is not a video. This is no longer you can find me on 140.85 on your codec. No, but seriously, you can find me on Twitch and at Jordan_Brunch and Twitter as Snowbrunch.
Awesome. Jordan, thank you for coming on the most unique podcast episode.
Yes, the most unhinged, longest, most random.
Just hit me up, because at this point I'm like, if you want a permanent co-host spot, it's yours.
You know what? We shall ask the people.
YouTube comment section.
As a co-host.
YouTube comment section. Do you want Jordan to stay as a co-host? We'll have the answer.
Hey, this is what happens when you're retired. It's all part of the plan. You become a racing driver, or a sim racing driver. You become a VTuber, become a sim racer, do races, finally get a win, become a champion, retire, host a podcast. It's all part of the natural course.
Yes, all according to Keikaku.
Yes.
All right, Jordan, again, thank you for hanging out with me, man.
No problem. It is nearly 11 p.m. We started at half 7 at night.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is officially the longest episode ever done.
I should be in bed.
Get some rest, man. Get some rest.
Nah, we should keep going.
Sleep is overrated.
Sleep is overrated. Podcast forever.
But
that's the problem. I couldn't be a co-host because it's like you do it at random times. I had probably been on bed at like half the time.
I don't do it random times. I'd
be at VC on my phone.
I don't do it randomly. I literally like talk to everyone like, hey, what time works best for you? Okay, cool. Let me see if, because sometimes it's like, okay, is this person okay with being on at this time as well? So
you want to actually have a time reference for this? The Charlotte Roval race started when we started the podcast.
Is it still going?
We're finishing when the race finishes.
Oh my god.
An entire NASCAR race has happened.
I'm
not going to spoil the winner, but I just saw the winner on Twitter.
Oh, great.
That's how I know it finished.
Oh, man. But that'll do it for us this week. Next week, a special birthday episode. I'll see if I can get to do that live on Twitch, and then we'll just have the editor edit it into a video podcast. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Logistics, right?
Yes.
But that's what we'll do next week, because next week is my birthday. Hooray! Birthday episode coming up. Let's go.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. I'm slowly becoming an old man at some point. I've got like 2 more years.
Still young. It's still some time.
But that'll do it for us. Check back again next week at your only podcast for racing VTuber news, events, and more.
And shopping. We are no longer a racing VTuber podcast. We are an everything podcast.
This is an everything podcast. Oh god, we're done. We're done. We'll see y'all next week.
What is your favorite brand of shoe polish?
We'll see y'all next week.